equipment here. And NFHS Network, if that is live, you may have already heard our intro and everything. And now we, I think, are ready to get things rolling. Once again, welcome Lumberjack fans from St. Mary's High School as your St. Mary's Lumberjacks get set to take on the Orofino Maniacs in a league matchup. And we hopefully will have some good basketball action here from St. Mary's. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazang, offers great features like money-saving discs, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch. Breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. Brent's Electric is a family-owned and operated business right here in St. Mary's. With 36 years of electrical experience, Brent's Electric has been serving all of North Ida since 1996. From new construction to renovation, Brent's Electric can help. Give them a call today at 208-245-5725. That's 208-245-5725. Brent's Electric in St.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumber asks for your help. The Booster Club continues to provide needed sports equipment for the St. Mary's High School sports program. But what they have planned next is big. The Booster Club is in the process of building a new sports complex on land next to the high school parking lot. This new sports complex will include a baseball field, softball field, and soccer field. The field will be built according to professionally engineered plans and will be ADA compliant, so all Lumberjack fans can enjoy the games. The Booster Club thanks the community for their support throughout the years. With your support, Phase 1 will begin this summer. If you're interested in donating to the new sports complex project, contact Donnie Maston at 208-568-0288 for details. Let's all come together and get this new complex built for the student body and the community.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities, counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And we are back, Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for some Lumberjack basketball action. JV boys will start our night off, and then we will follow it up with the varsity boys as once again they are hosting the Orofino Maniacs here this evening. As things just got a little bit louder
in my earphones. Anyways, we are about 5 minutes away from the opening tip here from St. Mary's High School. The JV boys have a 14-1 record on the season, and their lone loss of the season came this week actually, as they lost to Lapway in Lapway on Tuesday, I believe was that day of that game. The JV boys are averaging 54 points per game. They're only allowing 30 points per game to opponents. And they are shooting 40% from the field, 20% from three-point range, 54% from the free throw line. They are averaging 32 rebounds per game and 9 assists and 14 steals. Leading scorer for St. Mary's, it is two players that are averaging right around the same amount. It is Tyler Renner averaging 8, Trace Wicks also averaging 8 points per game. Jared Badgett is averaging 7 points per game, 6 points per game for Connor Wolf, but I believe he is injured. And Tristan Hill was averaging 6 points a game. He is also out due to injury. Rebounding category, Tyler Renner averages 6 rebounds per game. In the assist category, 3 players averaging 2 assists per game. Jared Badgett, Trace Wicks, and Dylan Holder. In the steal category, we've got Jared Badgett and Trace Wicks averaging 3 steals per game. Connor Wolf with 2, and Dylan Holder averaging 2 as well. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back with more.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Idaho. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
When was the last time you had great Mexican food? I mean really great. Has it been a while? Well, grab the kids and head to Casa de Oro for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro has fantastic burritos, tacos, and chimis, not to mention fajita and shrimp dishes. Little Johnny doesn't like Mexican food? Well, don't worry. Casa de Oro also has dinner and lunch a la fresca. Great service and margaritas with a kick. Casa de Oro, it's what's happening for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro on Golf Course Drive in St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
And we are back just as they are getting, Lumberjacks are actually still out there warming up for the AV boys. The Orfino players have headed over to their bench to get some last-minute instructions from their head coach. I don't know or remember the final score when these two teams played last in Orfino, but the JV Lumberjacks did beat Orfino. And if I remember right, they beat them pretty good, I guess you could say. Both teams now with their respective coaches. I'll try to get you the starters as soon as we have them out there. Lumberjacks still with a couple of players out due to injury, like I mentioned. We've got Connor Wolf and Tristan Hill out due to injury. It does look like I can kind of see our starters down there, and I will get those for you right now. I think I'll be able to get them for you. So starting for the Lumberjack JV boys, it will be Jared Badgett, Tyler Renner, Trace Wicks, Dylan Holder, and Wyatt Holmes. And I'll get you the starters for Orofino in just a moment, as soon as they get out on the floor. St. Mary's in their white uniforms, and the Orofino Maniacs in their black and blue. St. Mary's will be going left to right on the radio dial. Looks like we've got number 2, Easton Schneider for the Maniacs. It's also number 12, Loudon Cochran. Number 24, Tristan Erbst. Number 1, Dash Barlow. And number 3, Bodie Howell. Lumberjacks control the opening tip. It's going to be Badgett driving to the lane. He gets it inside to Tyler Renner, who puts it up and good, and the Lumberjacks score first. Maniacs back the other way, trying to feed it down into the paint. A bad pass is going to be taken away by Holder, and the Lumberjacks take it the other way. Holder to the left side. Now to the top to Badgett. Badgett goes over to the left side, or the right side to Wicks. Wicks tries to feed it into Renner. Renner can't quite hold on to it, and it goes through his hands and into the hands of the Maniacs. Bringing it down for Orofino is Schneider. He swings over to the left side to Howell. Howell just inside the wing. Now back to the top to Barlow. Swings it to the right side. That is down to Schneider. Schneider picks up his dribble, goes back to the top to Erbst. Erbst going to get it inside. Is actually feeding it inside was Cochran, trying to get it into Erbst. Erbst can't handle the pass, and it's going to go out of bounds. Erbst was already looking to put that ball into the bucket, and it just went right through his fingertips. St. Mary's with the ball, opposite side of the floor now. It's going to be Wicks to Wyatt Holmes. Holmes, it was a skip pass into Holmes that bounces off his chest. He almost loses it, but he's able to regather it. St. Mary still controls it to the short corner to Holder. Holder's shot won't go. Ball is loose. Going to be rebounded finally by Orofino. That is Barlow. And bringing it down the floor is Schneider. Now they get it over to the right side to Cochran. The three-point shot off the bank shot, and it is up and good by Cochran. Going to have a 1-point lead for Orofino and a lead change. St. Mary's with the ball down into Holder. Holder just in the post, can't get the shot off, so he feeds it back out to Trace Wicks, and Wicks buries the three-pointer. Lumberjacks back ahead by 2. We're going to get Orofino with the ball on the left side. It was Cochran. He feeds it inside to Erbst, and Erbst is going to be fouled. I believe that foul went against Renner, and that is who it is. It's his first. Orofino feeds it into the paint, and I think we get another foul on St. Mary's on the inbound pass. That'll be against Jared Badgett. That is his first. So Orofino again will get it from baseline. Into the paint, into Barlow. Barlow swings it over to Cochran, left side. Cochran drives baseline, pull up, jump shot. It's going to bounce around and fall in. And we got a tie ball game, 5 apiece. St. Mary's with the ball. Out to the corner to Holmes. Holmes to Renner. Renner puts it up and good off the glass. And a steal by Holder. St. Mary's with the ball. Back to the top. Going to get Renner from the free throw line. That shot won't go. The rebound to Holmes. Holmes tries to feed it out to the right corner. The ball is tipped out of bounds by the Maniacs. St. Mary's will keep possession. Under 5 to play. St. Mary's leads 7-5. Lumberjacks working around to the top of the key. Now to the left side to Wicks. Wicks for 3, and Wicks buries another one. On the assist from Holder. Lumberjacks with their biggest lead, 10-5. Maniacs with the ball, almost lose it. Ball is still loose, and coming away with it is Badgett. Down to Wicks. Wicks lays it up and in on the layup. 7-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Going to get a shot on the way just from inside the wing. It is no good. And we have an injury for Orofino. That is number 3, Bodie Howell, going out. Checking in for him will be number 33. I don't have a 33. St. Mary's will bring it down. There is not even a 33 on the roster that we have here for Orofino. So 4 minutes to go in the first period. 12-5, Jacks on top. Out to the corner again. Trace Wicks 3. That is short. The rebound goes to Orofino. Bringing it across for the Maniacs is Schneider. A couple of Lumberjacks getting set to come in on a substitution. We're going to get a 3-point shot on the way. It is short. Went to Renner. And St. Mary's has it in the corner. Now they try to feed it into Renner. Lumberjacks almost turn it over, but they are able to come back with it. And then Wicks does end up with an over and back call. Renner comes out for the Lumberjacks, as does Holder. Checking in is Remy Ballou and Seth Swallows. Over halfway through the first period. St. Mary's leads 12-5. Orofino has the ball. Up the top to number 12. That's Cochran. Now to the wing. Right side. Short corner. Back to the wing. That's Schneider. Schneider looks inside to number 33. His shot is high off the glass. It doesn't matter, though. He is fouled. That foul is against Badgett. That'll send number 33 to the free throw line. Once again, for Orofino, I do not have a name for number 33. The free throw is short. Bangs off the rim. Lines up the next one now. One a little bit better arc, but it's off the back of the iron. It is no good. The rebound, I think, was to Ballou. St. Mary's has the ball. Badgett, right wing. Badgett's going to look to drive. Gets the shot, but it's no good, but he will be fouled. That foul goes against number 33. That is his first. That'll send Jared Badgett to the free throw line. Badgett, 48% from the charity stripe on the season. And he makes the first one. Coming out is... Well, Holmes came out. And Trace Wicks came out. Holder went in. And who else went back in? Oh, well, Renner. The free throw was missed. The rebound was to Orofino. They put up a shot the other way. And it was the Lumberjacks with the rebound. Going to get a straightaway pointer on the way by Holder. It is no good. Rebound to Orofino. And the Maniacs bring it down the floor. Schneider controls it for Orofino. Swings it over to the left side to Cochran. Back to Schneider. Schneider over to number 33 on the right wing. Now down to the corner. Now back around to the left side. Now to the top again, working the perimeter. And not really a bad pass, but Holder able to get the steal for the Lumberjacks. He feeds it ahead to Badgett. Badgett puts it in off the glass and good, and he will be fouled as well and head back to the free throw line. That foul goes against Loudon Cochran. That is his first. 1:56 to go in the first. 15-5. St. Mary's up by 10. Badgett toes the line. Right. The first bonus shot is up. It is no good. The rebound goes to Orofino. Bringing it down for the Maniacs is Landon Hudson. He gets it over to Schneider. Schneider's shot is up and good. Just from about the elbow. 15-7, Lumberjacks lead. We're going to get a quick timeout taken, I believe, by Coach Bechtel. Badgett is going to come out. Checking back in for him is Trace Wicks. Freddie Plant comes in. And I think it is, well, I've got Badgett off the floor already. I'm trying to see who is not out there for St. Mary's. Renner is in. St. Mary's with the ball. I think Remy is not out there. Remy Ballou is off the floor. Going to get a shot from three-point range by Holder on the right side, and it is up and good. Lumberjacks up by 11. Lumberjacks putting some pressure in the backcourt. Coming from behind to try to get the steal was Trace Wicks. And just as Wicks gets the steal, it's going to be a 10-second violation. So it will be a turnover on Orofino. 1:04 to go in the period, 10-7, and that is Maniacs.
Introducing the all 2021 Yamaha Wolverine R-Max 1000. The Wolverine R-Max 1000 delivers class-leading power and smooth performance thanks to its new powerful 999cc dual overhead cam 8-valve parallel twin engine, featuring legendary Yamaha durability. The all-new advanced and heavy-duty suspension is designed to provide maximum articulation in low-speed situations, a balance ride feeling when trail riding, and maximize dampening during sport driving. Visit St. Mary's Saw and Cycle today to see for yourself the all-new Yamaha Wolverine R-Max and realize your adventure. Always protect the environment. Wear your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner and product warning labels before operation.
And the Lumberjacks get the inbound pass. They get it down into the low post. Renner can't get his shot to fall. The rebound goes to Orofino. They bring it back the other way. It is in the hands of Schneider. Schneider picks up his dribble up top, looks for an outlet. They find Howell. Howell tries to feed it into number 33, and it's going to be tipped back out by St. Mary's. Maniacs keep the possession. Howell has it, right wing, back to Schneider. Schneider between the circles, picks up his dribble. Goes back over to the wing on the right side. Lumberjacks in his zone. Now Schneider has it, picks up his dribble up top once again now, swings it back to the right side to Howell. Howell to Schneider, who's cutting down the lane. The shot won't fall in as it was a toilet bowl shot, and it pops back out last second, but he will be fouled. That foul goes against Seth Swallows. That'll send Easton Schneider to the free throw line for the first time. And the first free throw is no good. He'll line up the second one. On the way. That one is no good. Lumberjacks with the rebound. It is Holder up top with the ball. Holder trying to drive the lane. He's going to get fouled as he tries to penetrate. That goes against number 33, his second. So the Lumberjacks will take it out. Looking inbound will be Dylan Holder. Holder gets it into Renner, and then not enough time to do anything with it as the period comes to a close. St. Mary's up by 11, 18-7. We'll be back.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros can set you up with a great Ace Delco battery. Did we mention tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by today.
And we are back. Give you a lineup here in just a minute as soon as I get it all squared away for the Lumberjacks, and I'll try to get you one for the Maniacs as well. It is Badgett, Wicks, Holder on the floor. It is also Holmes and McMaster, and we get a steal by Wicks, and Wicks takes it and lays it up and good for the Lumberjacks. Orfino has the ball up top into the hands of Cochran. Cochran back to Schneider. Schneider swings it left wing to Howell. Howell looks into the free throw line to number 33. He tries to penetrate. Shot is going to be blocked by Holmes, but he gets his own rebound. Another shot is up. It is no good. And finally, Holder comes away with it for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks try to feed it down the floor. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Orfino. The ball will stay with the Lumberjacks. 7:19 to go. 20-7. Lumberjacks lead by 13. St. Mary's into the corner. Now Wicks up top. Zone defense by Orfino. They get it into McMaster, and McMaster puts it up and good from inside. Wicks with the assist. 22-7. Lumberjacks up. It's Schneider up to the top now to Cochran. Cochran right wing to the free throw line to number 33. His shot is short. The rebound, though, goes to Cochran as he gets his own board. And the Maniacs reset. Driving left side is Schneider. And going to be a attempt at a block by Holder. And he's going to get a little bit more than that. It's a foul. And that'll send Schneider to the free throw line. He is 0 for 2. That is Holder's first foul of the game. 15 foul for the Lumberjacks. And Schneider misses the first free throw. Orfino, JV struggling from the charity stripe. They're 0 for 5 tonight. Second free throw on the way. That one is going to rattle home. Schneider has 3 points for Orfino. 22-8, Lumberjacks lead. Wicks brings it across. Wicks has it up top, picks up his dribble, looks for an outlet, swings it over to Holder. Holder gets a screen from Holmes. He's going to take the three. The three is off the mark. The rebound to McMaster. McMaster tries for the shot. It is no good. The rebound goes to Orfino, and they bring it down the floor. Looking inside. Shot is up by number 20. That's Drew Hanna, and he puts it up and good. St. Mary's the other way, looking to McMaster again in the post. McMaster's shot won't fall, and again the rebound to Orfino. McMaster working on that left side, couldn't get his shot to go. Going to get a steal by Badgett as he intercepts the pass. He goes to Wicks. Wicks' shot won't fall, and the rebound goes to Orfino. 22-10, Lumberjacks up by 12. Orfino brings it down. Schneider, left side, now to the corner to Howell. Back to Schneider on the wing. Now to the free throw line to number 33. Back out to Howell. Howell slows things down. Now to Schneider. Right back to Howell. Now they go corner. Driving baseline is for 12, Loudon Cochran. And I think they may have pushed him far enough to the edge down on the baseline that he stepped out of bounds. I can't quite see below me up here from that position here in the room. So the Lumberjacks take it the other way. It is going to be Badgett. He swings it over to Wicks on the left side. Now back to the top to Holder. Now to McMaster on the wing, left side. He surveys, goes back to the top to Holmes. Holmes swings it right side to Wicks. Wicks for 3. That shot is no good, and the rebound goes to Orfino. Orfino bringing it back across. It's in the hands of Cochran. Now back to Schneider. Lumberjacks not putting any kind of backcourt pressure on. Now they have it on the right side, down to the corner, going to flip it up. get it inside to Drew Hanna, and Drew Hanna puts another one up and good. And an assist for the Maniacs. It's back to a 10-point lead for the Lumberjacks, 22 to from Boulder, and it is up and good with the assist from Jared Badgett. 25 to 12, Lumberjacks up. Orfino works it right side, goes to Schneider up top. Schneider picks up his dribble, swings it back over to Cochran. Cochran to the corner now. Now they look inside the 33. Number 33 works his way in, puts the shot up. It is no good. Tanner McMaster pulls down the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Going to get it to Badgett. Badgett looks inside to Holmes. Holmes' shot won't go. The rebound though to McMaster, and McMaster is able to put it up and good. St. Mary's up by 15. That's the biggest lead they've had tonight. 27-12, under 4 to go in the first half. Back to the top to Howell. Howell is going to try to get it in to number 24. He gets tripped up and gets called for the travel. Going to have, I think it's a whole, almost a whole change there. We still got Badgett and Trace Wicks on the floor. Tyler Renner in for St. Mary's. J.J. High in for St. Mary's, and Freddie Plant as well. Lumberjacks with all. J.J. High has it just inside the right wing. They get it into Renner. Renner's shot won't go in. There's going to be a rebound taken by Orofino and a foul against St. Mary's. They're trying to get that pass. And I wait to see who that foul goes against Wicks. And Wicks will come out. Dylan Holder checks in. (27-12), 16 foul against St. Mary's. Remy Ballou getting a little bit of work done on down there. Renner with a steal. Turnover on Orofino. Driving left side is going to be Badgett. His shot won't go as he drove baseline, but he will be fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. That foul goes against number 24. That is Tristan Herbst, his first. Badgett's first free throw is good. 28-12 makes a 16-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Second free throw is going to find its way in as well. 29-12, Lumberjacks on top. 3:15 to go in the first half. Orofino has it. They're trying a little give and go action there, but a miscommunication on the pass. St. Mary's up with it, and then Lumberjacks turn it back over. The shot is up and no good, but a foul is going to be called on the Lumberjacks. That looks like that one is against 12 again, and that is Badgett's third foul, if that is the case. They only have 2 on the board for him, but that should be his third, I think. That sends number 3 to the free throw line. That's Bodie Howell, and he makes the first one. Wicks is going to go back in. Second free throw is no good. Rebound was Wicks. St. Mary's has it. Long shot is up and no good. From three-point range for the Lumberjacks. I didn't took that shot. It was also an offensive rebound for the Lumberjacks. Tyler Renner comes out. Tanner McMaster back in. Lumberjacks get it into the corner. Holder for 3. It is long. And no rebound as it goes out of bounds off of St. Mary's. 29-13. Lumberjacks up by 16 at the moment. 2:46 to go in the half. Orofino going to inbound. Looks like a 1-3-1 press from St. Mary's. Bringing it across is Cochran. He swings it to the top to Howell. Back to Cochran. He brings it down the left side. Picks up his dribble in the short corner. Goes back to the free throw line to Herbst. Herbst swings it over. Right side. Shot is up and good by Bodie Howell. 29-15. Lumberjacks lead. Over to the corner to Holder. Back to Wicks. Wicks Left side, goes back to Holder. Holder now to McMaster. McMaster backs his way in. Shot is up and no good, but he gets his own rebound. His putback was no good. J.J. High had the rebound, then had the ball taken out of his hands. Coming the other way, we're going to get a shot up and good by Cochran. Then a foul going the other way against Orofino. That foul goes against Cochran, his second. Freddie Plant comes out for the Lumberjacks. Back in is Remy Ballou with 1:50 to go. 7 fouls for St. Mary's, 5 for Orofino, 29-17 Lumberjacks on top. McMaster in the corner, back up to Ballou. Now they swing it to the top to Wicks. Wicks' three is no good. The rebound goes to Orofino, and they bring it down. It is Cochran across the timeline. Swings it to the left side to number 3, Howell. Howell is going to try to pass it back out to Herbst, and we get a whistle. I think it's a foul against... Oh, it's against Orofino. It is going to go against Herbst, his second. So St. Mary's does get the steal. That's only 6 fouls against Orofino. They thought it was 1-1. They looked at the wrong side of the scoreboard. So that'll just be an inbound from the sideline. Ballou into Wicks, and Wicks will bring it across. 1:22 to go in the half. Wicks takes it left side, picks up his dribble, goes to Holder up top. Holder surveys. Now he's going to go back over to Wicks on the left side. Looks to be the Maniacs going to get a 3-point shot from Ballou. It won't go. The rebound is pulled down by Orofino. That was Barlow. Then the Maniacs try a pass down the floor. It goes out of bounds. Turnover on the Maniacs. Going to have Seth Swallows checking in. J.J. High out for St. Mary's. 57 seconds left in the first half. Lumber's up 29-17. Over to Ballou. Now back to Wicks. Wicks holds. Lumberjacks stalling, I guess, kind of running that clock out here in the first half. Zone defense looks like a 3-2 zone from Orofino. Ballou has it. Now he rotates to the top. He swings it over to Holder. Holder is going to work his way down the left side. Goes over to Wicks. Back up to Holder. Holder to the right side to Ballou. Ballou goes right back over to Holder. Now to Wicks. 19 seconds. Now to Ballou. Ballou back to Holder. Holder up top, back to the right side to Ballou. Now back to Holder. He hands it off to Wicks. 10 seconds. Now back to Ballou. Ballou still holding. 5 seconds. Now they find Wicks left side. He's going to take that three. It is short. And the ball is loose. No rebound. And that's how the first half will come to end. St. Mary's leads 29-17 at the half. We'll be back.
Hughes Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night, or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom help to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Mule Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Mule Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Mule Trucking.
It's a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 50,000 high school student athletes in Idaho have one last request. Please,
set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Idaho high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Why should you get all of your prescriptions from your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy? Because over 100,000 patients per year experience serious complications from drug interactions. At Jack's Pharmacy in St. Mary's, your prescriptions are not only filled, but we double-check for such complications. You can trust our knowledgeable pharmacists for that extra personalized attention. You're not just a number to us. You are our neighbor. Bring all your prescriptions to Jack's, your Good Neighbor Pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
And we are back. It is halftime. JV Lumberjack boys lead the Orofino Maniacs 29-17 at the half. A quick shout-out to some of our Lumberjack sports sponsors. Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union. The 10th Street Superstop. Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop says go Lumberjacks. Brent's Electric right here in St. Mary's, and Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Now let's get into the numbers here for the second half. Lumberjack JV came out fast in the first period as they outscored Orofino 18-7. Orofino played a little bit better second period as they were only outscored 11-10 in that second period of play. The Maniacs shot 50% from the floor in the first half, 50% from three-point range, 9% from the cherry stripe. That's hurting them a little bit. Lumberjacks, 37% from the floor, 33% from downtown, 60% from the free throw line. Rebounds, we had 16 unofficially for the Maniacs, 12 unofficially for St. Mary's, 2 offensive and 14 defensive for Orofino, 5 offensive, 7 defensive for the Lumberjacks. Assists, 4 for the Maniacs, 8 for St. Mary's, 2 steals for Orofino, 8 steals for the Lumberjacks. There was 14 turnovers by the Maniacs, 4 turnovers for St. Mary's, and let's see, 4 points off the bench for St. Mary's and 4 points off the bench for Orofino. The Maniacs did not capitalize on any of their second chance opportunities, no second chance points for them. St. Mary's had 5 second chance points. Points off turnovers, 3 for Orofino, 9 for the Lumberjacks. Individually for Orofino, leading scoring was Loudon Cochran. He had points in the first half, a couple of 2-pointers and a 3-pointer for him. 4 points off the bench for Drew Hanna, 3 points apiece for Easton Schneider and Bodie Howell. For the Lumberjacks, Trace Wicks leads in scoring, 10 points in the first half. Dylan Holder put up 6. Jared Badgett put up 5. 4 points for Tanner McMaster and 4 points for Tyler Renner. In the rebounding, we have 4 rebounds for Tanner McMaster and 2 for Dylan Holder. And then in the assist category, Dylan Holder with 4. In the steal category, Dylan Holder has 3 steals, Jared Badgett with 2. That is a look at your halftime stats. We'll take a break and we'll be back. Everyone knows that the timber industry is a huge part of our community. Working in the timber industry requires big equipment. Big equipment requires a special mechanic or custom machined items to repair. Jake's Machine and Repair in St. Mary's is your very own full-service, large equipment diesel mechanic that not only has a full-size shop, but also has a service truck that can come straight to you when you break down in the woods. If you're in need of big truck or big equipment repair, stop by Jake's Machine and Repair at 106 Homer Drive in St. Mary's or call 208-596-8819. 208-596-8819. Jake's Machine and Repair in St. Mary's.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
Are your friends and family tired of sleeping with Fido when they visit? Maybe Fido tired of sleeping with them. Either way, the Pines Motel is there to save the day. With large, spacious rooms, comfortable beds, and even a mini fridge, Fido may get jealous. Save the floor for Fido and call Kevin of the Pines Motel at 245-2545. That's the Pines Motel in St. Mary's. I'm sure your friends and family would appreciate it, and so would Fido. If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder, then stop by Shift and Grind, located in the green building right across the street from Jack's Pharmacy. Shift and Grind is a proud Lumberjack supporter and has something for everyone. From regular coffees to lattes, mochas, and more, Shift and Grind will keep your day going. Try a Red Bull and not a coffee fan. On Lumberjack home game days, wear your Lumberjack colors and get a discount on your favorite drink. Shift and Grind now has indoor seating. Shift and Grind open 5 to 6 Monday through Friday, 6 to 4 on the weekends. Shift and Grind, 132 North 1st Street, right here in St. Mary's. And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Tim Parrish on KOFE 1240 with Lumberjack basketball. Also on our audio stream on YouTube and on the NFHS network right here on the high school's cameras. We want another quick shout out to some of our Lumberjack sports sponsors, the Lumberjack Booster Club, Archie's IGA, and Casa de Oro right here in St. Mary's. Some more fine Lumberjack supporters. Both teams back meeting with their coaches before the second half gets underway. The teams will switch directions as the Lumberjacks will be going right to left on your radio dial, and the Maniacs will be going left to right. Trying to see, got to get the lineups here, as it is the original starting five for St. Mary's. Jared Badgett, Tyler Renner, Trace Wicks, Wyatt Holmes, and I think I'm missing somebody here. Let me see. Dylan Holder. St. Mary's will start with the possession. Up at the top to Badgett. Badgett gets a screen from Holmes. Now they swing it out to the corner to Holder. Back to Badgett. Now to the right wing. And a three-pointer on the way from Wicks. It is no good. We get a whistle. And there's no rebound. There's a foul against St. Mary's. That'll be Tyler Renner picking up his second foul of team's first in the second half. 1-3-1 press from the Lumberjacks, and it is Schneider with the ball. He has it left side. Now they swing it to the right wing. Three-point shot on the way. It is no good. Renner pulls down the rebound for the Lumberjacks, as that was Cochran with the three. Driving from the far side of the floor is going to be Trace Wicks. He's the wing and is going to get fouled. It's a fucking foul against the Maniacs. That foul goes against his first. Lumberjacks inbound from baseline. Wicks gets into the top to Badgett. Badgett goes back over to Wicks' right wing. Up to the top to Badgett. Badgett goes to the free throw line to Holmes. Now back to Wicks. Now back to the top. Down to Holder. Holder left wing. or left corner. Now into Holmes. Holmes swings it out to Wicks. Wicks looks into Renner. Renner kisses it in off the glass. The bank is open for Renner. Wicks with the assist. 31-17, Lumberjacks lead. St. Mary's on defense. Schneider has it for the Maniacs, and going to get a nice steal by Wicks as he read that pass. He's going to lay it up. It is no good, but he is going to be fouled. That foul is going to go, I believe, against number 2, Schneider. That is his second quick foul there, and that'll send Wicks to the free throw line. Second Lumberjack only to go to the free throw line. Badgett was 3 for 5 in the first half from the charity stripe. Now we've got Trace Wicks getting his first chance at the charity stripe. And Wicks is 46% on the season. He misses the first. Next shot on the way. That one is good. 32-17. St. Mary's up. Lumberjacks into a press. Dylan Holder deflects a pass out of bounds. The ball will stay with the Maniacs. They'll inbound from baseline. Looks like a 3-2 press or a 1-2-2 press. Actually, looks doing a really good job on this press. Orfino working it back and forth. They're trying to get it across the timeline, and the pass there is going to be stolen away by Wicks. And Wicks lays this one up and in from the right side of the floor. Again, the press from St. Mary's. Almost a steal by St. Mary's, and we are going to get the steal completed. I think it was Holder with the steal, and Wicks finds it and lays it up and in. The ball came loose, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by the Maniacs with 6:17 to go in the third period, and the Lumberjacks are up 36-17. I believe that is a 17-point lead for St. Mary's, the biggest lead they've had. Once again, a quick shout out to some of our sponsors. H&R Block here in St. Mary's, St. Mary's San Cycle, and also 95 Tire down in Plummer, as they are the same owners, some of our sponsors that we have. And it was a full time out. So the second half has not started off in favor of the Maniacs, as Lumberjacks have outscored them 7-0 here in the third quarter. So the Maniacs had to take a quick timeout. Lumberjack press was wreaking havoc on the Maniacs in the backcourt. So they're going to have to draw something up to try to break that press. Coach is over there talking to his guys, getting them situated, and just about ready to get them back out on the floor. Same 5 on the floor for St. Mary's. Looks like it's Howell, Schneider, Cochran, Barlow, and Herbst on the floor for the Maniacs. Again, the press from St. Mary's. Orfino working in the backcourt, trying to get it across. That fence is very tight down there. They do finally get it across the timeline into Herbst. Herbst with a shot. It's no good. Going to get the rebound to Holder. Holder feeds it ahead to Holmes, and Holmes gets called for the travel. He tries to Euro step his way into the paint. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. St. Mary's leads 36-17. Again, Lumberjacks pressing. The Maniacs get it across fairly quickly. Schneider has it left wing, backs back out to Howell up top, swings it to the right wing now to Cochran. Cochran back now around to Schneider. Schneider for the quick 3. It is off, and Holder pulls down the rebound. Holder, a quick pass all the way down the floor to Wicks. Now back to Holder, now to Renner. Renner back out to Holder. Holder's going to take the straightaway 3. It's going to fall in. It's going to at first, but it does. Going to give Wyatt Holmes the assist, and I believe that is now, well, it's 39-17, and we get a foul against St. Mary's going the other way. That one goes against Holder. Holder and Renner come out. Seth Swallows in, as is Remy Blue. 5:24 to go. In the Jacks up. Orfino in the corner. Now they go to the free throw line. Going to get a shot from Herbst. It won't. Wyatt Holmes pulls down the rebound. Boys back the other way. Swallows, short corner. Ball is loose. He's able to get it back. Goes to Badgett. Now to the corner to Wicks. Wicks, 3 is short. The ball is going to go out of bounds off of Orofino. For the Lumberjacks, it's going to be Wyatt Holmes going out. Tanner McMaster in. Lumberjacks will inbound baseline to get to McMaster. McMaster flips it right back to Wicks. Now to hold Badgett up top. Badgett back to Wicks, right side. Back to the top. A little bit long on that one, but Badgett able to track it down. Now to Ballou. Left wing next to the sideline. Back to Holder as they work it around the perimeter to Wicks. Wicks looks to the free throw line. Seth Swallows with a shot. It's high off the glass. It is no good, and the rebound goes to Orofino. 39-17, Jacks lead. 4.5 to go in the third. Ball is up on the left wing to Barlow, or to Howell. Howell hands it off down to the corner. I believe that's Cochran. Cochran back to Howell. Now back to Cochran. Cochran right wing. Step back. Three-pointer on the way. It is off the mark, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Orofino. Dylan Holder is going to check back into the game for St. Mary's. Jared Badgett comes out. Going out for Orofino is going to be Herbst and Barlow. I did not catch who checked in. Number 33 was one of them. And number 20, Drew Hanna, was the other one. Hanna has 4 points off the bench for the Maniacs. 39-17 for Jacks lead. Wicks up Ballou, now around to the right side. And it's going to be Holder looking to McMaster. McMaster was not expecting it, facing the wrong way. Didn't even see the ball coming. It went right to Orofino. Maniacs work it down into the paint. Number 33 drives, can't get open, so he kicks the ball back to the top. Now to the corner, going to get a shot on the way. It is going to be off the mark from three-point range, right side, as that was Schneider. Rebound goes to McMaster. McMaster to Holder. Holder swings over to Wicks. Wicks for 3. That is going to be nothing but net by Trace Wicks with the assist from Holder. Backway is the Maniacs. Working it up top to number 33. Now he's holding, swings over to Schneider. Schneider is going to look inside to number 33 as he cuts to the bucket, and he puts it up and good. That is number 33's first bucket of the game. Lumberjacks have it. Ballou's going to drive baseline. Shot is up and good off the glass. Nice drive by Ballou as he came from the left side baseline and used the bank shot to put it in. 44-19, Lumberjacks are up. Driving right side is going to, there's no number 12, Cochran. His shot won't go on the pull-up jumper. The rebound went to St. Mary's. It's going to be Wicks to McMaster, right wing. McMaster pulls the trigger on the 3. It is no good. Rebound goes to Orofino. 2:18 to go in the third. 44-19, Jacks on top. It is Easton Schneider controlling up top for the Maniacs. Swings over to Cochran. Cochran works right side, picks up his dribble, goes back to the top to Schneider. Now to left wing to Howell. Howell gets it just inside the paint to Cochran, and Cochran puts it up and good. Now we're going to get some substitutions as Trace Wicks comes out for the Lumberjacks out. Tyler Renner and Dylan Holder back into the game. Oh, I already had Dylan Holder in there. It's Jared Badgett that checks back in. 1:57 to go. I'm not sure what happened, but Orofino ended up with the ball. They inbound. There's a shot against Orofino. That foul is against Brady Howell. That's his first. St. Mary's will bring it the other way. Bringing it down for the Lumberjacks is Badgett. Badgett across the timeline. Swings it over to McMaster, right wing. McMaster guarded by number 33. Back to the top to Badgett. Almost a steal by Schneider. Badgett able to get the ball, though. Back over to McMaster. McMaster is going to drive. Euro step into the paint, and they call a
double dribble or a carry right there on McMaster as he penetrated the lane. So a turnover, St. Mary's 44-21. Lumberjacks up by 23. Orfino with the ball. Schneider to number 20, Hannah. Hannah is going to get his shot blocked by Renner. Dylan Holder's going to check out. Going back in is Trace Wicks for the Lumberjacks. Orfino will inbound. Going to get a three-point shot on the way by Schneider. It is no good. I think the rebound went to Wicks, and we get a foul against number 33 for the Maniacs on the rebound. 4 fouls against Orfino. Coming in for the Maniacs is Dash Barlow and number 4, Landon Hudson. Checking out is Schneider and Howell. 1:10 to go in the third period. 44-21, Jacks on top. Trace Wicks brings it across for the Lumberjacks. Works his way to the left side of the floor. Brings it down the sideline. Picks up his dribble near his bench. Now to McMaster. Back to Wicks. Wicks looks into Renner. Renner spins his way into the paint. Gets the defender up off his feet. And Renner is able to cash in. Wicks on the assist. 46-21. Jacks up by 25. 44 seconds on the clock. Pull-up 3 on the way. It is short by... and the rebound goes to Wicks. Wicks finds Badgett. Badgett lays it up and in off the glass. 27-point lead for St. Mary's, 48-21. They swing the ball over to the left side to Cochran. Cochran is going to drive left side, gets his shot partially blocked. The rebound went to Wicks. As Renner had the block, Wicks feeds it up to Badgett. Badgett lays it up and good. Now we get a turnover on the Maniacs. It was a steal by Badgett. Badgett finds Wicks in the paint. He lays it up and good, and the third quarter comes to an end. 52-21. Lumberjacks up by 31. We'll be back.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Idaho high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Cold weather is coming, and 10th Street Lumber has what you need. From super premium pellets to energy logs and fireplaces, 10th Street Lumber will help you stay warm all winter long. North Idaho energy logs and stove pellets are the best of the best. 100% natural with no chemicals and burn cleaner, hotter, and longer. If you need a new stove, 10th Street Lumber is a proud Kuma stove supplier. Kuma wood stoves are made right here in Idaho and are some of the best on the market. 10th Street Lumber in St. Mary's. Stop by today. Located on 10th and Road Avenue in St. Mary's.
And starting the fourth period, it will be the Maniacs with possession. Number 33 drives left side, goes baseline, tries to feed it inside. Ball is knocked loose. It goes out of bounds, and it's out of bounds off of the Maniacs. It'll be a turnover. On the floor for St. Mary's, we got Wicks, Ballou, J.J. High, Wyatt Holmes, and Freddie Plant. Landon Hudson working against Wicks near the left side. Now they swing it into Holmes. Holmes is going to spin, and he puts the shot up and good. Takes a couple dribbles and is able to finish with a bucket. That's his first, I think, of the game. Hudson swings over to number 33, left wing. Hudson is going to try to drive, goes into the paint, kicks the ball back out to the top. That was to Gray. Now they go back to the wing on the left or right side to Hudson. Hudson looks to feed it inside to Gray, and Drew Hanna is going to be fouled. That foul goes against Wyatt Holmes. That'll be his first, and that'll send Drew Hanna to the charity stripe. First time tonight for him to head to the free throw line. And he's going to make the first free throw. He He has 5 points on the night. Second free throw on the way. That one is no good. It's actually going to be tied up by J.J. High and number 33. It'll be a jump ball, and the possession will go to Lumberjacks. Trying to see who came out. I think it was, no, Badgett's already out. So Dylan Holder is in, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they've got the right amount of players there, but I didn't see who came out for St. Mary's with Dylan Holder checking in. I think it was Wicks. Lumberjacks have it, feed it into Holmes. Holmes can't get open for the shot. They go out to Plant. Plant takes the 3. It is no good. Rebound to Orofino. Orofino has it. Number 33, right wing. He's going to drive baseline. Holmes trying to charge. Doesn't get the win. Orofino swings it back to the top. Ball is in the hands of Hudson. Hudson swings it out to Gray. Now back to top to Hanna. And they're going to try to feed it to the right side of the floor to Hudson. A little bit too hard and off target. The ball goes over to St. Mary's. Remy Ballou comes out for the Lumberjacks. Carson Wicks, the all-star, checks in. Carson Wicks holds it for the Lumberjacks. Brings it down the floor. Going to pick up his dribble. He's going to try to feed it in. It gets tipped out. Holder is able to come up with it. Back to Wick. Wicks for a straight 3, and it is short. And the rebound goes to Orofino. They'll take it. Number 3 has it for the Maniacs. He takes it to the point, picks up his dribble, swings it over to number 5. That's Tristan Gray. Back to 33. He's going to go to the free throw line, goes to the opposite side to Hudson. Hudson feeds it inside. Shot is up and no good. Offensive rebound is up and good by Tristan Gray, though. Orofino trails by 30, 54-24. Lumberjacks into Holmes. Now back out to Holder. Holder up top. Holder calls for a screen, takes it left side, kicks the ball to the corner to Freddie Plant. Freddie Plant's 3 is off, going to rebound to Holder. Lumberjacks work it around. J.J. High works his way down the right side and is able to make a nice little fingertip layup roll in there. 56-24, Lumberjacks up. Orofino has it. Tristan Gray, top of the key, goes to 33 on the left wing. He's going to drive. Has the ball come loose, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds, but last touched by St. Mary's, so the Maniacs will keep possession. Going to get a number 15, Jose Lopez checking in, as well as Tristan Erbst for the Maniacs. Going out for St. Mary's is Freddie Plant. Coming back in is Jared Badgett. 3:32 to go in the game. Lumberjacks up 56-24. Into the corner. Now back into Gray. Gray's going to take a step into the paint, put the shot up and good for Orofino. 56-26, Lumberjacks lead. Badgett has the ball, swings it to the right side to Holder. Holder to the free throw line, backs back out. He's trying to find somebody to go to. He gets it to Wicks. Wicks mishandles it just a minute. Holder comes up with it. Holder to Badgett. Carson Wicks sitting up top. Holder, or Badgett controls for the Lumberjacks. He goes into High. High works right side. Shot won't go, but I believe it was Holmes with the putback. 58-26. Lumberjack JV bouncing back nicely after that loss to Lapway. Lumberjack JV has 1 game left season as they'll be going to Timberlake tomorrow. Got up from inside by Erbst. It is no good. The rebound to Holder. 2.5 to go in the game. Holder hands it off to Badgett. Badgett backs out near the timeline. Now he's going to go towards the right side of the floor. Zone defense from Orofino. Now he drives left side to the wing. Now backs it back out. Got close defense from Hudson. Now he looks inside to Holder. Holder off the glass and good. And Badgett with the assist, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout taken by the Maniacs. It is a full. We'll be back.
nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The Securities and Advisory Services offer LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, FINRA, SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Cold web. And we are back. And quick shout out to some more of our sponsors. Machine and Repair, Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, M&S Electric, and Nick's Plumbing, proud sponsors of Lumberjack Basketball and Lumberjack Sports on KOFE. Lumberjacks and the Maniacs, JV. We've got varsity act coming up next. And 1:56 left to go in the game. It'll be Orfino ball. They'll inbound from sideline into Hudson. Now they swing it over to Lopez. They get it into number 1. His shot is up. It is no good. That's Barlow. The rebound was to Holmes, and the Lumberjacks bring it the other way. Badgett has the ball. A little bit of a double team action going on. Carson Wicks, is going to have the ball off of his fingertips and out of bounds as he was waiting down in the low post. .122 to go. St. Mary's going the other, on defense, I should say. It looks like a zone from the Lumberjacks. Going to get a three-pointer on the way, and it is up and good. And that was Landon Hudson. 60 to 20. Oh, no, that was a 2, they say. Going to get a timeout taken by Rice. .60 to 28, Lumberjacks lead by 32. It was a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Bechtel for St. Mary's. Once again, we will have varsity action coming up here after this JV1 finishes up. We'll start things out with the Potlatch number 1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. Orfino back out on the floor. St. Mary's back out on the floor. Some substitutions. No, maybe not. No substitutions for St. Mary's, if that's been, but 1:03 to go in the game. Down to Wicks, and Wicks gets the shot up and good. The assist, I believe, came from Badgett. 62-28, Lumberjacks on top. Orfino has the ball. It is Tristan Gray. Swings over to Lopez. Lopez is to back it out, and it's going to be taken away by Wyatt Holmes. And let's bring it the other way. Holt has the ball almost stolen away, is able to recover it. Again, Lopez plays some stiff defense, swipes it out of his hand. Holder able to recover. Badgett drives left side. He's going to lay it up. Shot won't go. Ball is tipped back out. St. Mary's ends up with it. Going to give Holmes the rebound. Going to get a long three taken by Wicks. It is no good. Lumberjacks with the rebound. Jared Badgett with a turnover. Laying it up and in for Orfino is Tristan Herbst. 4 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's brings it. St. Mary's 62. Orfino take a quick break, and then we will come back. The final game stats, and we'll go from there. Is your chimney cleaned and ready to be used safely? St. Mary's Fire Protection District has a chimney brush loaner program. Anyone can sign out the supplies they need to clean their chimney charge. Do you know the signs of a chimney fire? Chimney fires typically present popping and cracking sounds, an intense hot smell, dense smoke ranging from tan to black in color, and in later phases showers of sparks and embers or large flames. Chimney fires are very dangerous and can have catastrophic results. If you suspect you may have a chimney fire, call 911 immediately. If it is safe to do so, fully dampen the fire and limit all sources of air. Quick recognition and action can make a major difference in the outcome of an emergency. Winter is here, and it's time to get your animals ready for the winter weather. XXX Feeds in St. Mary's has what you need to keep all your critters comfortable. From trough heaters, straw, to insulated horse blankets, your animals large and small need extra attention just like you. So don't forget, while you're stacking your winter firewood, your furry family members need winterizing also. Also, don't forget the wild critters. XXX Feed has wild bird food, deer feed, and game blocks. See XXX Feeds in St. Mary's today, because winter ain't gonna wait.
And we are back as the JV boys come away with a victory, 62-30 over the Orofino Maniacs in their second to last game of the season for the JV boys. Taking a look at the... Whoa, there we go. That wasn't supposed to start yet. Taking a look at the scoring, or at the individual stats, is what we're going to go ahead and do. For Orofino, leading scoring was Loudon Cochran. He had 9 points. 5 points for Drew Hanna, and that was off the bench. 3 points for Bodie Howell. 3 points for Easton Schneider. 2 points for Landon Hudson. 2 points for Tristan Earps. Individually for the Lumberjacks, Trace Wicks finishes with 20. Dylan Holder finishes with 11. Jared Badgett with 9. Tyler Renner with 8. 4 points to McMaster. 4 points to Wyatt Holmes. 2 points to J.J. High. 2 points to Remy Ballou. And 2 points to Carson Wicks. Once again, that wraps up the JV game as the Lumberjack JV boys finish 62-30 over Orofino. And now I'm going to go ahead and do our intro again as we get ready for the varsity game.
It's time for Lumberjack basketball on 1240 KOFE, your home for Lumberjack sports. Come to the countdown to tip-off. We want to thank our Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsors. If not for them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now live with your countdown to tip-off, here's Tim Parrish. Go Lumberjacks!
And welcome, Lumberjack fans, to the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here as your varsity Lumberjack boys get set to take on the Maniacs from Orofino in a final league game, regular season league game of the year for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks are looking to bounce back from a loss against Lapway earlier this week, and we'll see if they can do so. It's going to be a fun evening, hopefully a fun game here from St. Mary's Lumberjack Gymnasium. We're going to go ahead and we will in just a minute, but we're going to take a break and hear from a couple of our sponsors, and then we will continue on with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off as soon as we come back from said break.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store. Stop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. Superstop has something for everywhere. Headed to a lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for any you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. Brent's Electric is a family-owned and operated business right here in St. Mary's. With 36 years of electrical experience, Brent's Electric has been serving all of North Idaho since 1996. From new construction to renovation, Brent's Electric can help. Give them a call today at 208-245-5725. That's 208-245-5725. Brent's Electric in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And we are back as it's the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off here on KOFE 12 in St. Mary's. I'm Jim Parrish, and we welcome you into the broadcast, whether you're listening on the radio or if you might be listening in on our YouTube stream for audio, or maybe you're watching on the NFHS network cameras. But in any case, we want to welcome you into our broadcast. Lumberjack varsity boys hosting the Orofino Maniacs in a 2A Central Idaho League District 1 and 2 matchup here in St. Mary's. Taking a look at the 2A Central Idaho League standings for St. Mary's, they are sitting on a 16-1 record, 3-0 in league play. They lost to Lapway on the 8th of this month, just this week, and they are, that game was 70-66. St. Mary's still sitting second in the 2A power rankings. The Grangeville Bulldogs, a 10-6 season record for them, for their overall record. They are 2-2 in league play. They beat Kendrick 83-41 last night. They are 9th in the 2A power rankings. The Orofino Maniacs come into tonight's game with a 7-9 overall record, 0-3 in league play. They lost to Kamei 49-28 on the 9th. They are 11th in the 2A power rankings. Taking a look at those power rankings, Valley's number 1 with a 17-2 record. St. Mary's at number 2 with a 16-1 record. Ambrose at number 3 with a 17-1 record. Melba at number 4 with a 16-3 record. And North Fremont at number 5 with a 16-0 record. In the coaches poll, it is North Fremont, St. Mary's, Ambrose, Westside, and Melba. In the media polls, it is North Fremont, St. Mary's, Ambrose, Westside, and Valley. In the Max Preps 2A rankings, it is St. Mary's up top with Ambrose, North Fremont, Valley, and Nampa Christian. In the overall Idaho rankings for boys basketball, St. Mary's was at number 1, but they actually got bumped down to number 3, as it is now Thunder Ridge at number 1, which is a 5A school. Madison, a 5A school, at number 2. St. Mary's at number 3. Meridian at number 5, also a 5A school. And Rocky Mountain at number 5, a 5A school. In the national rankings, St. Mary's was ranked at 118, but they actually took a hit on that as well. I didn't change that number. I think they were moved out by 240 spots, so they're in 300 and something nationally. But still, the Lumberjacks are having a very fine season. This is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. We'll be back with more. The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is asking for your help. The Booster Club continues to provide needed sports equipment for the St. Mary's High School sports program. But what they have planned next is big. The Booster Club is in the process of building a new sports complex on land next to the high school parking lot. This new sports complex will include a baseball field, softball field, and soccer field. The fields will be built according to professionally engineered plans and will be ADA compliant, so all Lumberjack fans can enjoy the games. The Booster Club thanks the community for their support throughout the years. With your support, Phase 1 will begin this summer. If you're interested in donating to the new sports complex project, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-568-0288 for details. Let's all come together and get this new complex built for the student body and the community.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack Sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help us to support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And we are back. Tim Parrish here with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off live from Lumberjack Gymnasium as the Lumberjack boys are set to take on the Orofino Maniacs. The Lumberjack boys suffered their first loss of the season, 75-66, to a tough Lapwai Wildcat team on the 8th of this month, which was just, I believe, was on Monday. The Lumberjacks now sit at 16-1 in the season, heading into tonight's league matchup with the Maniacs. In the game against Lapwai, the Lumberjacks jumped out to a 16-6 lead in the period, but the Wildcats answered right back with a 28-7 second period, and they would lead from there on. The Lumberjacks did have some players in early foul trouble in the second period. The Jacks would battle back to within 7 on one occasion, couldn't really ever get any closer than that. Tristan Gentry led the team in scoring and in rebounds with a double-double. He had 17 points and 12 rebounds in that game. Coleman Ross tallied 4 assists. Statistically, the Lumberjacks came out like a normal game, shooting 43% from the field, 30% three-point range, 64% from the charity stripe. They had 37 rebounds and 8 assists. The loss may not be what the team or the fans wanted, but a loss now shows some things to work on and some things to shore up before districts and hopefully a trip to the state tournament. Coach Chase was quoted as saying that sometimes you learn more in a loss than in a victory, and I have to believe that is probably definitely true. We will take a break and we'll come back with more.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Idaho. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back. Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off. 7.5 minutes until the opening tip for the varsity boys. The Lumberjacks taking on the Orofino Maniacs. The Lumberjacks played the Maniacs on the 23rd up in Orofino. The Lumberjacks beat the Maniacs 50-38 in that game. Once again, St. Mary's jumped out to an early lead, 21-7 in a strong first period, which has been pretty common for the boys this year. The average about 19 points in the first period. They only give up about 8 points to opponents in the first. The rest of the game, though, Orofino kept it fairly even as Orofino outscored St. Mary's 9-7 and 10-8 in the second and third periods. St. Mary's, though, outscored Orofino 14-12 in the final period of play. The strong first period allowed the Lumberjacks to manage the lead and cruise to the victory. By the period, the Lumberjacks averaged 19, 13, 14, and 13 points in the that's through 1 through 4, while their opponents are scoring 8, 13, 11, and 12 through all 4 periods. The Jacks have done a good job of starting strong and making opponents play catch-up. The only team that has really come out of the first period against St. Mary's with a win or with a lead has been Lakeside, and that was just last Friday. They outscored St. Mary's 20-15, but the Lumberjacks did even it up at halftime, outscoring the Knights 20-15 and tied at 35. The Jacks did barely come away with that win, 61-60.
In the meeting between the Jacks and the Maniacs, St. Mary's shot 38% from the field, 23% from three-point range, 60% from the free throw line, and had 28 rebounds. Team leaders in that game was Coleman Ross with 12 points, Eli Gibson with 4 assists, and Tristan Gentry with 7 rebounds. Looking at the team stats, the Lumberjacks average 60 points per game. They are only allowing around 44 points per game. St. Mary's is shooting 45% from the field, 26% from three-point range, 61% from the charity stripe. Opponents are shooting 38% from the field, 29% three-point range, 56% from the free throw line. Individual leaders per game for the Lumberjacks: Eli Gibson and Tristan Gentry averaging 11 points per game. Sands and Ross averaging 9. Renner and Stansel averaging 7. And those are just the scoring numbers for St. Mary's. A little note here, the Lumberjacks are going to be at full strength tonight as they get A.J. Bechtel back. Or not A.J. A.J. Bechtel is the assistant coach. His brother, Randy Bechtel, they get him back for tonight. And Grayson Sands played in the Lafway game. He had been out for a little bit as well with an ankle injury. So Lumberjacks back pretty much at full strength. I'll be curious to see how many minutes each of those guys get to play tonight. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back and look at the visiting Orofino Maniacs.
When was the last time you had great Mexican food? I mean, really great. Has it been a while? Well, grab the kids and head to Casa de Oro for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro has fantastic burritos, tacos, and chimmies, not to mention fajita and shrimp dishes. Little Johnny doesn't like Mexican food? Well, don't worry. Casa de Oro also has an American menu as well. Dinner and lunch a la fresca. Great service and margaritas with a kick. Casa de Oro, it's what's happening for dinner tonight. Casa de Oro on Golf Course Drive in St. Mary's.
And a quick shout out to some of our other fine Lumberjack sports sponsors. It is the Pines Motel right here in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind down on Main Street, and 10th Street Lumber, of course, on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue. Now taking a look at the visiting Orofino Maniacs. Of course, they are a 2A Central Idaho League foe, and it is a conference game. They are coached by Rocky Barlow in his first year at the helm of the Maniacs. They are on a 7-9 record with an 0-3 league record, 11th in the power rank. They are scoring 50 points per game while allowing 49 points per game. They are currently on a 6-game losing streak. Their last win was 56-40 over Kendrick. They would like to end that here today against the will be tough to do against a Lumberjack team that just suffered its first loss of the season and definitely won't want to make it 2 losses and 2 losses in a row. The Maniacs' last game was a 49-28 loss to Kamei, and their last win was 56-40 over Kendrick back on the 16th of January. In the last meeting between these two teams, the Maniacs shot 32% from the field, 16% from three-point range, 70% from the charity stripe. They had 26 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. They turned the ball over 20 times. Those turnovers led to 15 points for the Lumberjacks. Looking at the head-to-head matchup between these two teams, they have played each other 16 times in the last 7 years, and that has been the length for Coach Chase for the Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks are undefeated in those games. 16-0 is the record for St. Mary's against Orofino. The last time the Maniacs beat St. Mary's was in basketball was on the January 25th of 2014, and that score was 57-42 in Orofino. I expect tonight's game to be just like any other league game, hard-fought and physical. So far in the second meetings with teams this year, they have been more competitive as the teams know each other a little bit better, and they come out with against each other. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Orofino Maniacs will need to do will be to not allow St. Mary's to jump out to an early lead like St. Mary's normally does. And we'll see what they can do with that and just keep it close all the way through. If St. Mary's can start off fast and keep that going through the other 3 periods, then it could be over early for Orofino. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Of course, we always why they play the games. We'll get you an update on the schedules here in a little bit on this night. All right, they have doing the starting lineups and, of course, the national anthem. Well, let's go ahead and do this upcoming schedule. Tomorrow, the JV boys and varsity boys will be at Timberlake, 1 p.m. and 2:30. And then on Tuesday, the boys will be hosting, the varsity team will be hosting Genesis at 6 p.m. for senior night. And that was the national anthem. Now we'll get the starting lineup from the floor. The visiting Maniacs starting lineup first. It'll be a junior, number 0, Slade Snedden. It'll be a senior, number 2, Joe Sperano. Sophomore, number 3, Nick Drobish. Junior, number 4, Reed Thomas. And a junior, number 15, Nick Graham. Now the starting lineup for the series Lumberjacks. It'll be 6'3", junior guard, number 3, Coleman Ross. It'll be number 13, 6'5", junior post, Tristan Gentry. It'll be 6'3", senior guard, number 14, Brett Stansel. It'll be 6'2", senior guard, Eli Gibson. And it'll be 6'2", junior post, number 44, Colby Renner, starting for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks in their white, the Maniacs in blue. Same going left to right on your dial, and the Maniacs going right to left as we get things going. It will be number 4. That is Reed Thomas going up against Tristan Gentry for the Lumberjacks at the midcourt circle. Both teams ready to go. The officials taking their positions on the floor. And the head official is going to make sure his guys are in position, ready to go. He's going to step into the midcourt circle. And the ball is up. The tip is going to be controlled by Orofino. I'm really surprised Gentry didn't get called for a foul there. He was all over the back of one of the Orofino players. And it's in the hands of Sperano, who swings it to the right wing, or the left wing, to Drobish. Drobish picks up his dribble, gets the ball swiped out of his hands by Renner, but is able to recover. Drobish controls, picks up his dribble, goes to the top of the key to Graham. Graham swings it over to Sperano. Sperano looking for room, goes back to Reed Thomas up top. Thomas looking for an outlet, Instead, he's going to try to dribble in, pass the ball to the right wing, now back to Sperano. Now to the left side to Snedden. Snedden looks to the free throw line, kicks the ball into the paint to Thomas. Thomas goes to Graham. Graham's shot is off the mark. The rebound to Ross, and Lumberjacks are going to try to feed it down the floor, and it's going to be a turnover on St. Mary's. I'm going to give a turnover on Ross. The Maniacs have the ball near the midcourt circle at Sperano. Now they swing it up to Snedden, right wing. He's guarded by Gibson. Now back to the top of the key to Thomas. Thomas goes ahead and triggers the three. It is no good. Rebound, though, goes to Orfino. They're going to work it in with Reed Thomas, but Reed Thomas is going to be called for the charge as Gibson stands in there and takes that charge. So still no score. 6:51 to go in the first period. Lumberjacks bring it across. Coleman Ross controls. Looks to be a zone by Orfino. Actually, no, it's a man-to-man, it looks like. Reed comes out on Gentry. Gentry right wing, looks into the post to Renner. Renner can't handle the pass coming into him, and it's a turnover on St. Mary's. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers on the Lumberjacks. Orfino inbound. Lumberjacks into a press. It is Snedden that has the ball in the backcourt. He's going to try to swing it in to Graham, and it's going to be a turnover as Renner comes up with the ball. Lumberjacks get it to Ross. Ross tries to put a shot up, is no good. The rebound goes to Orfino. Almost a minute and no score. Lumberjacks on defense, going to get a quick shot by Reed Thomas from the wing, or from the elbow, and it is up and good. Orfino with the early lead, 2-0. Going to get a 3-point shot on the way from Gibson from the corner. It is no good. Stansel tries to save it in bounds, and tries to save it off of an Orfino player, but it's going to go to the Orfino Maniacs. And we get a steal by Stansel here on the near side in the left corner, up to Gibson. Gibson tries to feed it into Gentry, and it's a turnover on St. Mary's. Lumberjacks have 3 turnovers in about 4 possessions. And Grayson Sands just went in. Gibson came out, so I got to see who's on the floor. Ledbetter, I accidentally cleared my lineup. We're going to get a steal by St. Mary's. St. Mary's had a steal, and then the Lumberjacks turned it back over the other way. And Coach Chase has to call a timeout. It is a full timeout. We'll be back.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
And we are back. Lumberjacks took that quick timeout. It was actually a full timeout. Chase only used about 30 seconds of it. It is not too happy with the early execution by St. Mary's in this one. They are down only by 2. It's 2-0, but it's just been, I think, 3 or 4 possessions, or actually about 5 possessions for St. Mary's, and they've turned it over, I think, 4 times already. And they weren't really forced turnovers. Lumberjacks back into a press. Grayson Sands and Ledbetter checked in for St. Mary's as Gentry and Gibson are out. Orfino has the ball up top to Drobish. Now swings it to the left side to Snedden. Snedden drives space in. Can't get any room to work. It's going to be almost a steal by Sands, but the Maniacs come up with it. Driving is Snedden from baseline. He will be fouled as he goes up for the shot. And that foul goes against. Lumberjacks don't have a number 4 on the. Okay, that was number 14. That was Stansel. Snedden makes the first free throw. Lines up the next one. That one is no good. Rebound goes to Ledbetter. Lumberjacks trail 3-0. Ross to the free throw line. Backs it back out to Stansel. Stansel for 3, and that is nothing but net. was Ross. Then we're going to get Ross with a steal on the next inbound pass. And Slade eased it up and good. At a tie and a lead change. Now we get another steal by Ross. Ross to Sands. Sands for three from the corner. It is no good. Rebound. Ross is going to drive the right side of it, and he's going to be fouled as he tries to put the shot up. That'll send him to the free throw line. And that foul is going to go against. That'll go against Snedden. Ross will go to the free throw line, shooting 54% on the season. And Ross makes the first one. Checking in for the Lumberjacks. First action back to Bechtel. Ross makes the second. Lumberjacks up by 4. 7-3. Lumberjacks pressing. Gibson is into the game for the Lumberjacks as well as Renner is out. Going to get a shot up. It is no good. The rebound is taken by St. Mary's. That's Sands with the rebound. They're going to get the ball down into Bechtel. Bechtel couldn't quite handle it cleanly. It's going to be out of bounds off of Bechtel. Going to get a pull-up jumper from the free throw line by Orfino. It is no good. Going to end up with Bechtel up into the bleachers as he gets that rebound. They're going to find Ledbetter, and Ledbetter lays it up and good, I believe, with the assist from Ross, and St. Mary's finally finding their groove, 9-3, as they're up by 6. Orfino coming the other way, going to get a foul called against St. Mary's. It's going to be against Ross. And Ross will come out. Stansel checks back in for the Lumberjacks. 3:26 to go in the first period. Lumberjacks up to 3. St. Mary's with a little bit of a slow start, but they are up by 6 now. Orfino gets the ball in. St. Mary's looks to be in a zone. So over to the right wing, left wing to Sperano. Sperano tries to get in the line, gets kicked back out by a couple Lumberjack defenders. Ball up the top to Scott, now to the right wing. That was down to Drobish. Backs it back out to Scott, who swings it to the top of the key to Thomas. Right wing now, or left wing to Snedden. Snedden is going to pick up his dribble, goes back to Scott. Scott up top. Now back over to the right wing. That's going to be to Joe Sperano, who pulls up for the three-pointer. It is no good. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch, I believe, by St. Mary. Ledbetter comes out. Tristan Gentry back in for St. Mary's. Orfino will inbound from baseline into the corner to Sperano. Sperano looks into Scott. Scott is trying to feed it into the paint, and it's going to come loose. Turnover on the Maniacs as Gentry comes up with the steal. Sands, the Bechtel. Bechtel around to Gibson, left side. Now down to the corner to Stansel. Stansel brings it up to the wing on the left side. Three-pointer on the way. It is good as he was left wide open all alone. St. Mary's up and trying to play some defense down here. We're going to get a foul call. Body's hitting the floor. And I think Stansel's going to be called for that as he dove down to try to get that ball out of the hands of Thomas. That is Stansel's second foul. And with that, Stansel will come out. Coleman Ross checks in. Leaving the floor for Orfino was Nick Drobish. I didn't see who came in for him. Number 15, maybe Nick Graham came back onto the floor. Orfino has it on the wing, right side. That is Sperano. Sperano drives. Nice little jump shot from the short corner. It is no good. Gibson pulls down the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Gibson to Bechtel. Bechtel right corner, back to Sands. Sands on the wing. Sands three is off. Bechtel with the rebound.
Bechtel tries for the putback. It is no good. Gentry on the rebound. And St. Mary's resets. Now they get it to Bechtel. Bechtel for three. It is no good. Rebound to Orofino, and they'll bring it back way. Slade Snedden, right side of the floor, down to the corner to Scott. Scott works his way to the short corner. Spinning jump shot. It's up and good by Joel Scott. 12-5, Jacks on top. Gentry controls over to Gibson, now to the top to Ross. Ross has the ball at the point. He has Sperano coming out guarding him. Now back to Gibson on the left wing. Gibson is going to go to the free throw line, swings it over to Sands on the right side of the floor. Sands takes it to the top of the key, and he's going to little skip pass into the paint to Bechtel, and it's going to be on Orofino as they reach in there and try to drag that ball out. That foul against Scott, that is his first, team's third. Each team 3 fouls in the first period. Lumberjacks will inbound from baseline. Gibson in for the alley-oop. Not the alley-oop. Instead, it's just a regular shot tree. The shot won't go. Ross had the rebound. Ross with the putback attempt. It was no good. Got his own rebound again and put it back up and in. Lumberjacks on top by 9. Orofino with a shot from three-point range from the corner. That was Sperano, and I believe it was 3. I haven't seen. Yes, it was. St. Mary's tries to drive and tries to put up a shot. It is no good. Orofino with the rebound. They'll bring it down the floor. 14-8, St. Mary's leads. Snedden has the ball, swings it to the left side to Scott. Scott works baseline. Pull-up jumper. It is short. Rebound is going to go to Ross. And I'm not sure what we have. Coming out for St. Mary's is going to Bechtel. Going in is Renner. 18 seconds on the clock. It looks like they gave the ball over to Orofino for some reason. I didn't exactly see what happened. They're going to get that pass in. Sands jumps in front of it, though, for the steal. St. Mary's back the other way, 12 seconds. Ross in the corner. Ross for 3, and it's going to toilet bowl home. The assist by Gibson. Lumberjacks up by, 17-8, up by 11. And the first period comes to an end with St. Mary's leading 17-8 over the Maniacs. We'll be back.
Introducing the all-new 2021 Yamaha Wolverine R-Max 1000. The Wolverine R-Max 1000 delivers class-leading power and smooth performance thanks to its new powerful 999cc dual overhead cam 8-valve parallel twin engine, featuring legendary Yamaha durability. The all-new advanced and heavy-duty suspension is designed to provide maximum articulation in low-speed situations, a balanced ride feeling when trail riding, and maximize dampening during sport driving. Visit St. Mary's Saw and Cycle today to see for yourself the all-new Yamaha Wolverine R-Max and realize your adventure. Always protect the environment. Wear your seatbelt, helmet, eye protection, and protective clothing. Read the owner's manual and product warning labels before operation.
And we're back. First quarter of action. Stats look like this. Orofino 30% from the field. St. Mary's Orofino 33% from three-point range, and Orofino 50% from the free throw line. St. Mary's 42% from the field, 42% from three-point range, and 100% from the charity stripe. Lumberjacks will start with possession. Looks like the same 5 as we had as the end of the first period. Sands has the ball up top. Now to Ross. Ross, right wing. Looks into Gentry in the post. Gentry's going to spin. Shot is up and good by Tristan Gentry. Lumberjacks into a press. Everybody in the front court. Orofino gets it across. Driving and having the ball stripped out of his hands is Ross. I'm going to get the block to Ross on that one. The missed free shot, it went out of bounds. I'm going to have a hustle play to Ross as well. Orofino will inbound. Into the game for Orofino, number 1, Silas Naranjo. Lumberjacks had a steal for a second, but Orofino able to get it back. Going to get a pull-up three-pointer from Sperano straight away. No good. Rebound to Orofino. They're going to try to feed it inside. Gentry almost gets a steal, but he's not able to hold on to it and get it saved back in. The ball will stay with Orofino. 7:16 to go in the half. 19-8 Lumberjacks lead here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Into the corner to Sperano. Now to Naranjo. Now they swing it up the top to Scott. Scott over to Naranjo on the right wing. Now to the corner to Scott, right side of the floor. He's going to look for room. Gets it into the short corner. Graham with the shot. It's no good. And an offensive rebound by Orofino. Going to get a shot from three-point range. That's no good. And another Orofino rebound, though. And now we whistle. And Grayson Sands is going to go out. Sean Elliott in. The whistle, it might have been 3 in the key. It might have been a turnover on Orofino, as they may have been camped out in the key because there was no foul. So St. Mary's takes it the other way. Sean Elliott has it right side of the floor. Goes to Renner. Renner down inside to Ross. Ross spins against his defender and kisses it in off the glass. 21-8, Lumberjacks lead. Lumberjacks into a press. Once again, Orofino brings it across. Naranjo over to the corner to Sperano. Sperano drives up to the elbow and puts the shot up and good on a nice little jump shot. Back the other way, Gibson to Elliott. Elliott cutting from the far side. Elliott's shot won't go, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul on the rebound. I think it was Gentry, I think, that pulled down the rebound, and we're going to get a foul against Orofino. That foul goes against Sperano. That's his first. St. Mary's inbounds. Ross has it back to the corner to Gibson. Gibson for a 3. No shot. And a foul against Orofino. That is Joel Scott once again, really quickly, as him and Gibson were battling for position in the shortener on the right side. 6:03 to go. 21-10. Lumberjacks lead first half action. Down to the corner to Gibson. Gibson's going to drive. Puts the shot up and in off the glass as he drives into the lane. 23-10. Mary's up by 13. Orofino has it. Naranjo just steps inside the wing. Shot is up and on the way. Naranjo thought about a 3 at first, decided not to. St. Mary's back the other way. Entry really quick with a shot. It won't go. No. And we're going to get a foul, I think, on the rebound. The foul goes against Gentry. Checking in for Gentry is Ledbetter. 5:31, Lumberjacking, 23-12. Going to get a short corner jumper from Sperano. No good. Rebound to Elliott. Gibson controls for Lumberjacks. He's going to have the ball almost poked away. He's able to recover in the midcourt circle. Over to Ross in the corner. Ross drives baseline, and he's got a nice little screen going on from Ledbetter, and Ross lays it up and good. We're going to get a timeout taken by Orofino. 5:05 to go in the first half. 25-12. St. Mary's leads. We'll be back.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Is your rig's check engine light on? Idling a little rough? Time for an oil change. Maybe you need tires. Stop by Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto Repair can take care of your automotive needs fast. If you have a dead battery, Jim's Auto Repair and Tire Pros can set you up with a great AC Delco battery. Did we mention tires? Jim's Auto Repair is an authorized Tire Pros dealer and can get you a great deal on tires for your rig. Locations in St. Mary's and Plummer. Jim's Auto and 95 Tires. Give them a call, 208-686-0425, 208-686-0425, or stop by today.
And we are back. Colby Renner goes out for the Lumberjacks as Randy Bechtel checks back in. St. Mary's was in a press. Orfino gets it across the timeline. Naranjo has it up top. Lumberjacks in the zone. Going to get a foul against Elliott down here on the baseline. As I think it was him and Joel Scott battling away from the ball. So the Maniacs will inbound from baseline. 5 fouls apiece for each team. Into the corner, three-pointer on the way by Scott, and it is up and good. Lumberjacks lead by 10, 25-15. Ross has the ball up top. He's going to look to Ledbetter at the free throw line. Ledbetter back to Ross. Now they go over to Elliott, back to Ross. Ross into Ledbetter. Ledbetter back out to Ross. Now to Elliott. Now they go to Bechtel. Back to Elliott, up top to Ross again. Now over to Sands, left side. Now back to Ross. Now around Ledbetter to Elliott. They're just good ball movement. Finally to Elliott, or to Ledbetter. Ledbetter's shot won't go. And Ledbetter gets the rebound, but he's going to be called for as he get a little bit too much contact there trying to get that rebound. Sean Elliott comes out. Stansel back in. Coleman Ross is going to get a breather. Eli Gibson was going to go in, but I already had him in there. Sands is on the floor for St. Mary's. Coming the other way, we're going to get Orfino driving. The shot is up. It's no good. Bechtel with the rebound as they had a quick opportunity. Lumberjacks back on offense. Gibson has it on the right wing. He's going to go to the top to Sands. Sands looking for the play, goes back to Gibson. Gibson works his way to the right corner. Now backs it back to the top to Sands. Now around to Stansel on the left side. Cross court to Gibson. Back to the right side. Gibson surveys, directing some traffic as well. Now back up to Sands. Sands over to Stansel. Stansel to Sands. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Chase. Also, Gentry is going to come in for the Lumberjacks. We'll be back.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night, or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom gel to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
And we are back. It is Ledbetter that checks out as Gentry comes in for him. St. Mary's will have the ball. Gibson will inbound baseline in front of the Orfino bench. Gets it into Sands. Sands works left side. Now he's going to pick up his dribble, goes to the top of the key to Gibson. Gibson goes to the right side of the key, looks inside to Bechtel. Bechtel is going to kiss it in and off the glass. 27-15, St. Mary's up by 12. Lumberjacks in a full court press in the backcourt. A foul called against the Jack. I believe that's going to be not Gentry. It is Gibson. And it is his first defending. I think it was he was defending Sperano down sideline. We're going to get a substitution for Brett Stansel as Coleman Ross comes back in. Second time to the free throw line for Orfino. Sperano makes the first one. It's the first time to the free throw line for him. Orfino is 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. And the second one is in and out. The rebound goes to Gentry. Ross has the ball, top of the key. Ross going towards the left side of the floor, guarded by Snedden. Gets the ball back to Sands up top. Sands goes out to the corner to Gibson. Gibson ahead fake, short corner, jump shot. Oh, in and out. Rebound to Orfino. Orfino trying to feed it down the floor as they were looking for Joel Scott flying down the right side. It's going to be a turnover on Orfino. And Lumberjacks making a substitution as it's going to be Colby Renner checking in for Randy Bechtel. They got to take it easy on Randy's shoulder. Ross to Gibson. Gibson right corner. Now to the wing, directing traffic back to the top to Ross. Ross, the ball movement is incredible by the Lumberjacks. Back to the top to Ross, over to Gibson. Gibson on the right, looks inside to Renner. Renner's shot won't go, a little bit long. Down goes to Orfino. He put just too much on it, and the contact from the Orfino player probably affected that as well. Ball into the hands of Snedden, now to Naranjo. Naranjo swings over to Sperano. Sperano right wing. Lumberjacks in a zone, 2-3. Now back to Naranjo. He's up top between the circles. Brings it down to the right wing. Left now to the top to Scott. 1:47 and a half to go. 27-16, Jacks on top. Going to get a three-point shot on the way by Slade Snedden, and it is up and good. Lumberjacks work it down inside to Renner, and Renner is going to put too much body into number 4, Reed Thomas, and Thomas is going to take the charge. Renner's first foul there. Renner is going to come out. Check the Lumberjacks, Tanner McMaster with 1:28 to go. Orfino back the other way, up to the top. Reed Thomas, left wing. Ball tipped up by Gibson, and they're going to say the ball stays with Orfino as there's a fight for that ball there, and they say Gibson touched it last as Reed Thomas and Eli Gibson were battling for that ball. 1:18 to go in the half. 27-19, Jacks on top. Not a big lead, though. Going to have the ball to the top to Snedden. Snedden to the free throw line. He stood up by Gibson. They go to the wing to Sperano. Sperano's going to go ahead and take the three. It is no good. Gentry gets the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Gentry trying to feed it down the floor, but he's going to throw it away. Gentry will come out. Ledbetter will go in. 1:02 to go in the first half. 27-19, Jacks lead. Over to Sperano. Sperano left wing. He's going to take it to the free throw line as a big screen set up almost took Gibson off his feet. Now to the low post. Gibson's going to swipe that ball out of bounds. The ball will stay with Orfino, but the Lumberjack defense swiped it right out. Coach Chase, I think, was looking for an illegal screen on that last one. Not going to get it. Naranjo swings on. Scott kicks it out to the corner to Snedden. Snedden going to drive. You got a couple Lumberjacks off their feet, and Sned puts it up and good. 6 points for Snedden in the first half, and it's a 6-point lead for St. Mary's, 27-21. Lumberjacks led by 13 at one point. Lumberjacks playing for the last shot of the half. Ross has the ball in the midcourt circle. Back over to Gibson on the right wing. Orfino not putting any real pressure on. Now to Ross. Ross works his way to the left side or to the right side. Goes back to Sands. Sands back to Ross. Ross into the paint to McMaster, and McMaster finds the bucket. As Ross gives him the assist, and that will finish the first half. St. Mary's 29, Orfino 21. We'll be back.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 50,000 high school student athletes in Idaho have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Idaho high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior. before it starts.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association, Athletic Administrators Association.
Why should you get all of your prescriptions from your local Good Neighbor Pharmacy? Because over 100,000 patients per year experience serious complications from drug interactions. At Jack's Pharmacy in St. Mary's, your prescriptions are not only filled, but we double-check for such complications. You can trust our knowledgeable pharmacists for that extra personalized attention. You're not just a number to us. You are our neighbor. Bring all your prescriptions to Jack's, your Good Neighbor Pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Everyone knows that the timber industry is a huge part of our community. Working in the timber industry, big equipment requires a special mechanic or custom machined items to repair. Jake's Machine and Repair in St. Mary's is your very own full-service, large equipment diesel mechanic that not only has a full-size shop, but also has a service truck that can come straight to you when you break down in the woods. If you're in need of big truck or big equipment repair, stop by Jake's Machine and Repair at 106 Homer Drive in St. Mary's or call 208-596-8819. 208-596-8819. Jake's Machine and Repair in St. Mary's.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community stable and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to And we are back here. It is halftime, and the Lumberjacks lead 29-20 over Orofino. And it was a good start for the Lumberjacks. Actually, kind of a slow start. Coach Chase had to kind of get on them a little bit for execution, but got things squared away, and they had a first period outscoring Orofino 17-8. A good second period as they outscored St. Mary's 13-12. So they did cut into that lead. St. Mary's led by 13 at one point, but the lead at halftime is just 8, 29-21. Taking a look at the percentages and the stats here, the Orofino Maniacs shot 36% from the field, 30% from three-point range, 50% from the free throw line. For St. Mary's, 48% from the field, 42% from three-point range, and 100% from the charity stripe. Lumberjacks had 15 rebounds, Orofino with 12. 5 offensive and defensive for St. Mary's, 4 offensive, 8 defensive for the Maniacs. 3 assists for Orofino, 6 assists for St. Mary's. The Lumberjacks had 8 steals. I did not see any steals by Orofino. The Lumberjacks did have 1 blocked shot. Orofino turned the ball over 10 times in the first half. St. Mary's with 6. The Lumberjacks had 6 points off the bench. Orofino with 2. Second chance points for St. Mary's, 4, 10 points off turnovers for the Lumberjacks. Orofino not able to make any points off of second chance opportunities and no points off turnovers. For the individual numbers for Orofino, we got 2 players with 6 points. That's Slade Snedden and Joe Sperano. 5 points to Joel Scott off the bench. And actually, I've got to correct myself. There's 7 points off the bench for Orofino, as Joel Scott has 5. 2 points for Silas Naranjo and 2 points for Reed Thomas. Individually for St. Mary's, Coleman Ross having a great game tonight, 13 points on the evening. Brett Stansel has 6, and then the Lumberjacks with a whole bunch of guys, 2 points. Tristan Gentry, Randy Bechtel, Eli Gibson, Justin Ledbetter, Tanner McMaster. One guy held off the board in the first half was Grayson Sands. Coleman Ross has 4 assists, 4 steals, and 4 rebounds. He's tied in rebounds with Gentry. Gentry has 4 rebounds as well. And Randy Bechtel in his first game back has the 3 rebounds to go with his 2 points. That is a look at the halftime stats. We'll be back.
Catch that breaker but some rewiring done? Call the professionals at Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no too big or too small.
From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Wash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work, M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
Are your friends and family tired of sleeping with Fido when they visit? Maybe Fido's tired of sleeping with them. Either way, the Pines Motel is there to save the day. With large, spacious rooms, comfortable beds, and even a mini fridge, Fido may get less. Save the floor for Fido and call Kevin of the Pines Motel at 245-2545. That's the Pines Motel in St. Mary's. I'm sure your friends and family would appreciate it, and so would Fido.
If you have OCD, obsessive coffee disorder, then stop by Shift and Grind, located in the green building right across the street from Jack's Pharmacy. Shift and Grind is a proud Lumberjack supporter and has something for everyone. From regular coffees to lattes, mochas, and more, Shift and Grind will keep your day going. Try a Red Bull infused or Lotus energy drink if you're not a coffee. On Lumberjack home game days, wear your Lumberjack colors and get a discount on your favorite drink. Shift and Grind now has indoor seating. Shift and Grind open 5 to 6 Monday through Friday, 6 to 4 on the weekends. Shift and Grind, 132 North 1st Street, right here in St. Mary's.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Idaho high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Cold weather is coming, and 10th Street Lumber has what you need. From super premium pellets to energy logs and fireplaces, 10th Street Lumber will help you stay warm all winter long. North Idaho energy logs and stove pellets are the best of the best. 100% natural with no chemicals and burn cleaner, hotter, and longer. If you need a new stove, 10th Street Lumber is a proud Kuma stove supplier. Kuma wood stoves are made right here in Idaho and are some of the best on the market. 10th Street Lumber in St. Mary's. Stop by today. Located on 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's.
And we are back just as we get set to get the second half underway. Take a look and see who the Lumberjacks are coming out to start the second half. A lot of times it is the original starter, so we'll see if that's what we do have here. Lumberjacks lead 29-21. Teams will switch directions. Lumberjacks will be coming towards me as I'm up in the weight room, or right to left on the radio dock. Ledbetter is going to get the start in the second half, and Tanner McMaster as well. So you got Ross, Stansel, Gibson, Ledbetter, and McMaster for the Lumberjacks. Orofino will start with possession. They have the ball to the right wing. That is Scott, who starts the second half for Orofino. Shot is no good from the short corner. The rebound to Ross. Ross to Stansel, and Stansel lays it up and good. A 10-point lead, 31-21 up at the top to Snedden. Snedden is working against Ross, picks up his dribble on the wing, has the ball come loose for a second, able to recover it. Now he goes down to Graham. Graham into Thomas, now back out to Graham. Now they go into paint. Scott is by himself. Shot is up and no good. Offensive rebound. The putback was up and no good. Gibson gets the rebound for St. Mary's. And Gibson is going to drive into the paint. And Gibson gets a little bit out of control, loses the ball, and it's going to be a turnover St. Mary's. Lumberjacks showing their 2-2-1 press now. Orofino trying to work it across the timeline. St. Mary's didn't really play that press too hard. Going to drive, and the shot, it's no good, but McMaster draws the charge anyways. McMaster was set for a long turn, and they're going to call the foul on Reed Thomas, his second. Lumberjacks with the ball, and Ross was looking to Stansel. Stansel was going to drive or cut into the paint, and the pass went right by Stansel and out of bounds. Turnover St. Mary's, 31-21 still to score. Lumberjacks have scored once. It's the only bucket of the second half so far. Sperano gets it into Graham. Graham back out to Scott. Scott, right wing. He's going to look into Reed. Reed up to Graham. Graham tries to get the pass back to number 4. That's Thomas. And it's going to be deflected, but they do come away with it. Orofino has it back to the free throw line to Thomas. The ball is going to be loose. And they're going to say dribbled off of Reed Thomas's foot. Turnover on Orofino. Lumberjacks will bring it down. Ross brings it across. Getting the offensive play call from Coach Chase on the sideline. Ross has it up top. He's guarded by Sperano. They go to the corner on the right side to Stansel. Stansel's going to go ahead and take 3. And it's going to fall through. Nothing. 34-21 Lumberjacks lead. Stretching their lead back out. Orofino has it. Going to drive, and it's going to be, I'm going to call it a block shot by Gibson. No rebound. And Orofino will inbound from baseline. Looking to get it in is Thomas. He gets it to the corner into Scott, left side. Scott works away against Stansel, is going to get the ball swiped at. He almost loses it, was able to keep control. They get the ball out to Slade Snedden on the right wing, and he's going to bury a 3 himself. Coming the other way, we're going to get a drive from the left side by Ledbetter, and Ledbetter lays it up and good. Orofino tries to answer back. Snedden is going to drive, and I get a block shot by Ross and a rebound by Ross. Bringing it the other way, Gibson is going to Euro step into the paint, and Gibson lays it up and in. 38-24, back to a 14-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Snedden has the ball, swings it over to Sperano. Sperano right wing. He's going to pull up for the three-pointer. It is no good. Rebound is taken by Ledbetter. Ledbetter ahead to Gibson. Gibson is going to stutter at the top of the key, then drives, and shot is up and in off the glass. Lumberjacks stretch it to a 16-point lead. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Orofino. 40-24, St. Mary's is up by 16. We'll be back.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
Cold. And we are back. After that quick timeout, yes, Grayson Sands checks in for the Lumberjacks. Trying to see who's out. Bechtel is also in. McMaster is out. Ross is out. Orofino with the ball. Going to drive. Shot is up. Won't go. Going to get a rebound to Ledbetter, I believe. And then Gibson ends up on, I think they call a jump ball, and I think the arrow favors the Lumberjacks as Orofino ties it up. Gibson has the ball over to Stansel. Stansel back to Gibson. Gibson all the way down to Sands. Sands to Ledbetter. Sands to Ledbetter. Ledbetter was looking to the corner ahead of the sideline. Nobody was there for it. It's turnover St. Mary's. Lumberjacks in a zone. Ball to Scott on the left side for Orofino. Stansel slaps the ball out of his hand. Orofino recovers. Scott to number 2. That is Sperano. His three-pointer is off the mark. Sands with the rebound. Sands with a long pass down the floor to Stansel. Stansel lays it up and draws the foul. Count the bucket and the three-point play opportunity. Gibson going to get a breather. Coleman Ross checks in for St. Mary's. Stansel to the free throw line. 53% free throw shooter makes the old-fashioned three-point play. 43-24, St. Mary's up now by, I believe it's 19. And Orofino with a pass down to the low post. Now back to the top to Scott. Scott for 3 from the left side. It is up and good. Joel Scott with his second three-pointer of the night. 43-27. Stansel drives into the paint. Pull-up jumper, and it's nice and right through the hoop. 45-27. Jacks on top. 3:28 to go in the third. Snedden has the ball, right wing, now to the top to Sperano. Sperano is going to lose the handle, though. Turnover on Orofino. St. Mary's, though, turns it right back over the other way. So one good serves another. Joel Scott is it. Then he tries to get a pass out, and it's going to be Sands that jumps that pass, and Grayson Sands is going to lay it up and in. I believe that's Grayson's first bucket of the night. Snedden is going to have the ball stolen on a pass that he's trying to get it in, and Ledbetter with the steal. Now we get a whistle, and I believe it's a jump ball, and we're going to have some substitutions coming in for the Lumberjacks. Ledbetter is out. McMaster in. Gibson is in. Stansel comes out. Under 3 minutes to play. And the Maniacs have the ball near the timeline. Trying to split some defenders is Scott. Ball is loose. And Ross has a hold of it. And now we get another jump ball call. And the possession will go to Orofino, or to St. Mary's. Checking the floor there, making sure there's not anything there that could pose a slipping hazard. Ross will bring it across for St. Mary's. 2:39 to go. St. Mary's is up by 20 in the third. Into Bechtel from Gibson. And Bechtel puts it up and good. Make it a 22-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Little hustle play there from Bechtel as he goes sliding across the floor and out of bounds with the ball. Orofino inbound. Naranjo to Snedden. Snedden up top. Cross court. Now they get it to Reed. Thomas. Thomas backs it back out to Sperano. Sperano drives. Finds Thomas. His shot won't go. Offensive rebound, though, for Orofino, and they reset their offense. Scott gets it out to Snedden. Snedden, left corner. Left wing, he's going to try a pass. It's going to be a turnover. Sands ends up with it. I'm not going to call it a steal. Sands pulls up for the three-pointer. It is no good. Bechtel with the rebound. Bechtel tried for the putback. It is no good. And they say the ball goes out of bounds off of Orofino. Grayson Sands will come out. Stansel comes in for St. Mary's. Nick Graham comes in for Orofino. Going off is Reed Thomas. They get it into Bechtel. Bechtel can't get open for the shot. They swing it back out to McMaster. Now to Ross. To the corner now to Gibson. Left side. Gibson picks up his dribble. Cross court to Stansel. Stansel for 3. Off the glass. Won't go. And they're going to get the ball tipped out. Gibson tips it out to Ross, but then Ross ends up over and back in the backcourt violation. Lumberjacks making some subs. McMaster and Bechtel comes off. Gentry and Renner back in. 49-27, Lumberjacks up, a minute and a half in the third period. To the top to Snedden. Snedden drives to the free throw line, gets through some Lumberjack defense. Shot is up, it's no good. Offensive rebound, the putback is no good, but a foul going to be called on St. Mary's. That is Gibson's second foul of the night. First team foul in the second. That sends Nick Nam to the charity stripe. First time tonight for him. Only twice to the free throw line for Orofino. He misses the first free throw. Orofino is 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Second free throw on the way. That is going to fall through. So 50%, 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. St. Mary's the other way. Ross left corner, back to Gibson on the wing. Now they look inside, trying to feed it into Renner, a little bit too hot. Going to give that turnover on Gibson as he tries to get a little bit too much mustard on that one. Orofino back the other way. Ball is tipped up to the top. Gibson almost steal and almost takes out Michelle Bechtel down there on the bleachers. And mounts to Scott for Orofino. He has the ball up top, works his way to the right side, down to the wing. Now he picks up his dribble. Naranjo up top now. He's going to look to the left, look to the right, drives along the block, tries to feed the ball out. Ross is going to get that ball deflected, but Orofino able to keep possession as that ball ended up all the way in the backcourt. 41 seconds. Naranjo, right wing. He's going to go to the free throw line, picks up his dribble, backs it to Scott up top. Scott drives left side. He's going to get a body check from Ross. No whistle there, but an offensive rebound for the Maniacs. Snedden has the ball. He's going to flip it off Naranjo. Naranjo back to Snedden. Snedden going to pull up for three-pointer. It is no good. It's going to go over the backboard out of bounds. Score remains 49-28 in favor of St. Mary's. Lumberjacks up by 21. Ross has the ball. Works his way to the right side. Now goes to Gibson. Gibson to the left side. Now they feed it into Gentry. Gentry, a no look to Renner, and Renner, I think, is going to be fouled. Fourth team foul. And that foul against Nick Graham for Orofino. St. Mary's inbound baseline. Oh, trying for that little layup there, but a little bit too high as Gibson turns the ball over. Naranjo ends up with it, and Naranjo lays it up and good at the buzzer as well. So it's 49-30. Lumberjacks lead. Will be back.
Cold weather is on the way. Is your chimney cleaned and ready to be used safely? St. Mary's Protection District has a chimney loaner program. Anyone can sign out the supplies they need to clean their chimney free of charge. Do you know the signs of a chimney fire? Chimney fires typically present with loud popping and cracking sounds, an intense hot smell, dense smoke ranging from tan to black in color, and in later phases, showers of sparks and embers or large flames. Chimney fires are very dangerous and can have catastrophic results. If you suspect you may have a chimney fire, call 911 immediately. If it is safe to do so, fully dampen the fire and limit all sources of air. Quick recognition and action can make a major difference in the outcome of an emergency.
Yeah, we are back as we are getting ready to start fourth period of play here. Lumberjacks lead 49-30 over Orofino. League action for Jack Gymnasium. See what ups have been made here in the final period. Ross is on the floor. Sean Elliott, Eli Gibson, Tanner McMaster, and Ledbetter. Orfino will inbound. Orfino has it up top. Over to the wing to Sperano. Sperano on the left side. Drives to the free throw line. Gets stood up. Now gets it out to the top to Thomas. Thomas back to Sperano. Sperano is going to pull up for the three. It is short. Offensive rebound noted back to Sperano. Sperano swings it over to Snedden. Snedden's three on the way. It is off the mark. Fight for the loose ball, and I think that is going to be off of Sean Elliott as Reed Thomas is able to save that ball and just get it to glance off of Elliott. Elliott will come out, and Grayson Sands will go in. Lumberjacks on defense. Sands on Snedden up top. Now to the corner to Scott. Scott is going to back his way into the wing, then picks up his dribble, and he finds Snedden. Now they work it over to Sperano, right wing. He's going to drive towards the short corner. Ledbetter comes out on him. Now they get it back to Scott. Scott left wing. Now straight away Thomas. And said to Snedden. Snedden drives from the left side. Off the glass. It is good, and he is also fouled. Sends Snedden to the charity stripe. The foul goes against Grayson Sands, his first. Snedden is 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And he makes that one. McMaster going to come out. Tristan Gentry in for the Lumberjacks. 49-33, St. Mary's up. Ross brings it down for the Lumberjacks. Picks up his dribble, goes over to Sands on the left side. Now back to the top of the key to Gibson. Gibson to Ross, right side. And that ball is going to be deflected by Snedden. The ball will stay with St. Mary's after Snedden knocks it out of bounds. Gibson, Ross. Ross brings it across. Ross works his way to the left side, goes back to the top to Gibson. Gibson gets a screen from Gentry, goes right side, is going to get the ball swiped out of his hands, and they're going to say Gibson was the last to touch it. 49-33, Jacks on top. Orfino will... Nope, they actually changed their mind. They say white ball. The two officials met up with each other at the baseline and decided to say, no, I think it is white ball. Into Gentry. Gentry over to Gibb corner. Gibson, right side, goes to the free throw line. Pull up jumper, won't fall. Gentry rebound. Gentry's not even put a shot up. It's no good. He'll be fouled and head to the free throw line. Gentry, 53% from the charity stripe. That that foul goes against Nick Graham, his second. And Gentry way short on that first free throw. He knew it was right when it left his hands. He expressed so right when he shot it. Next shot on the way, and that one is good. 50-33, Lumberjacks up by 17. Led by 22 at one point. Orfino's been able to chip away a little bit. Driving right side is going to be Sperano. Goes back to the wing to Thomas. Thomas is going to try to kick it out to the top to Scott. We're going to get a foul on the floor. And that's going to be against St. Mary's. I think, yeah, they did. It was Ross's second foul for the Lumberjacks. Orfino looking to inbound. They get it to the corner, left side to Scott. Scott tries to get it inside. It's going to be deflected by Ledbetter. It's a steal for St. Mary's. Gibson going to drive, kicks it out to Sands in the corner. Sands left side, three on the way, no good. Rebound to Orfino. Orfino finds an outlet as St. Mary's putting some pressure on in the court. Scott gets it up to Thomas. Thomas back to Scott, right wing. Scott picks up his dribble, goes to Sperano. Sperano back to the free throw line to Reed. Thomas. Now around to Scott, left wing. They're going to look into Thomas, and the ball is going to get stripped out of his hand as he goes up by Sands. The ball will stay with Orofino. Ledbetter comes out. Ross comes out. Bechtel and Stansel in for St. Mary's. Maniacs will inbound from baseline. Up the top of the key they go. Out to the wing. On the left side to Snedden. Snedden guarded by Sands. They get it into Graham. Graham puts up the shot. It's no good. The rebound goes to Gentry. And the Lumberjacks bring it back on offense. Gentry has it up top. Swings over to Stansel. Back to Gibson. Now over to the corner on the left or the right side to Sands. Now back to Gibson. Gibson, no looker into Stansel. Stansel with a jumper. It won't fall through. But we do get a steal by St. Mary's. Bechtel put up a shot. It won't go, and the ball's out of bounds. Last touched by the Maniacs. Now we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Chase for the Lumberjacks. It is a full. Lumberjacks lead 50-33. We'll be back.
Winter is here, and it's time to get your animals ready for the winter weather. Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's has what you need to keep all your comfortable in the cold temperatures. From trough heaters, straw, to insulated horse blankets, your animals large and small need extra attention just like you. So don't forget, while you're stacking your winter firewood, your furry family members need winterizing also. Also, don't forget the wild critters. Triple X Feed has wild bird food, deer feed, and game blocks. See Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's today, because winter ain't gonna wait. Looking for some new winter clothes? Look no further than Timber Country and the Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. 75% off all clearance clothing, as well as 40% off winter fashion, 50% off winter jackets, and 25% off snow pants, gloves, and hats. Also, new spring fashion is arriving daily. It's all at Timber Country and the Country Fair. Timber Country Fair on the Main Street in St. Mary's.
Lumberjacks get it in after the timeout. Down inside to Bechtel. Bechtel's shot won't go. Tipped around. And it goes out of bounds, they say, off of Orofino. 4:40 to go. Lumberjacks lead 50-33. According to my stats, St. Mary's only scored 1 point in the fourth. And Orofino has 3. He's going to try to change that with a 3. It is long. The rebound to Orofino, and we have a whistle and a foul. And I think that foul was against Gentry. Gibson comes out for St. Mary's. Ross goes back in. 4:31 to go. Lumberjacks had some pressure in the backcourt. Joel Scott is going to lose the handle, and he tries to flip it out to the corner, and he's going to throw it right to Sands. And then Sands is going to get called for a travel. 50-33. Sands, after that call, kind of looked and pointed himself like, me? I traveled? Orofino gets it into the wing, or actually, left wing near the sideline. Now down to the corner. Now to the short corner, low post. Now back to the top to Scott. And there was contact there. Grayson Sands gets called for the foul. That's his second, but it's a 3-shot foul for Joel Scott. Gibson going to check back in for St. Mary's. It is Scott's first trip to the free throw line. He misses first. Scott lines up the next one on the way. That way. And Sands will come out. Eli Gibson checks back in for the Jacks. Scott lines up the next shot on the way. That one is no good. The rebound is going to go to Ross for St. Mary's. Ross to the top of the key, goes over to Gentry. Gentry's going to drive. Floater off the glass is no good. Gentry got his own rebound and tried for the putback. It won't go, but he is fouled. It was like an alley-oop putback off of the rim. That foul goes to Graham, his third. Gentry to the free throw line. That shot is in and out by Gentry. 4:04 to go. St. Mary's up 50-34 over Orofino. Second shot on the way. That one is good. I think Gentry is about 50% from the free throw line tonight, which is almost staying with his average of 53%. Lumberjacks had that press on again. Orofino does get it across the timeline, though, out to the corner. Going to get a three-point shot on the way. It's no good. Gibson on the rebound, and Gibson brings it down the floor. Gibson on the right side picks up his dribble, goes back to the midcourt circle to Ross. Ross back over to Gibson on the right wing, cross-court to Stansel. Now back to Ross. Ross tries to feed it in to Bechtel, and it's going to be tipped up and turned over as it's a steal by Orofino. Over to the left wing to Snedden. Snedden going to try to get some room from Stansel. He gets the room. The shot's on the way. It's no good, and Gibson with another rebound. Gibson brings it down quickly up to the free throw line. Picks up his dribble. Goes over to Gentry. Gentry's off the mark, and it's going to be Stansel with the rebound for St. Mary's. Gentry to Stansel. Stansel open from three-point range. It is no good. Rebound to Gentry. Lumberjacks reset. Gentry just inside the free throw line. Spins. Shot is up. It won't fall. Lumberjacks can't get one to fall for him here in the fourth period. I'll get it right yet. Driving into the paint is Scott. The shot is good, and he is fouled. The foul goes against Gentry, his third. Going to have some changes for Orofino as we've got number 12, Stephen Bradley in. Also in is number 11, Joel Snedden, and number 21, Cameron Mall. Joel Scott to the free throw line. He is 1 for 3. Misses the front end, misses the bonus. Rebound goes to Gentry. St. Mary's drives. The shot was no good. Gibson on the rebound offensively, I think. Then the ball goes out of bounds. Lumberjacks clearing the floor. They're bringing in Tyler Renner, Jared Badgett, Sean Elliott, Tanner McMaster, and Trace Wicks. Lumberjacks have the ball in. Number 23 is in for Orofino. That is Aiden Boyd. Down around to the left side. Now they look inside. They get it into Renner. Renner's shot won't fall. McMaster with 3 offensive putbacks and couldn't get any of them to fall in. And then the ball is going to be loose and almost tied up. St. Mary's able to call a timeout. 2:12 to go. St. Mary's leads 51-36. It's a full time. We'll be back.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1 debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
And we are back after the timeout. Lumberjacks will inbound into Renner. Renner's shot won't go. Remaster, though. Lumberjacks have the ball. Trace Wicks over to the corner to Badgett. Badgett drives from the right side, and Badgett puts it up and good for the Lumberjacks. Orofino going back the other way. Naranjo has the ball. He splits a couple defenders, goes with a nice ball movement down to number 21. That is Cameron Mall, and he puts it up and good. St. Mary's back to the way. McMaster right wing to the top to Wicks. around the left side. Going to get a three-pointer on the way by Elliott. The shot is no good. Wicks, though, with the rebound. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. That foul goes against Silas Naranjo, his first. Tanner McMaster is going to come out. In for the Lumberjacks is Carson Wicks. 1:26 to go in the game. Into the corner to Elliott. Elliott back up to Badgett. Now over to Trace Wicks. Wicks for a long three off the glass. No good. The rebound, I think, is pulled down by Renner and then tied up by Orofino. It'll stay with St. Mary's. Into the corner to Carson Wicks. Carson Wicks for three. The shot is no good. A rebound to St. Mary's. They get it back to Carson Wicks. Another shot is on the way. No good. Trace Wicks with a rebound. He tried for the put-up. It is no good. Orofino with a rebound and then a steal by the Lumberjacks. And then a foul called, I think, on St. Mary's. The foul is in Elliott. Seventh foul against the Lumberjacks. That puts Aiden Boyd to the free throw line. His first action in. First trip to the charity stripe. 55.7 seconds on the clock. Free throw is up and no good. Rebound to Renner. Lumberjacks bring it the other way. Over to Wicks, now to Carson Wicks. Carson Wicks for three. His three is short. The rebound to Orofino. Joel Snedden takes it across for the Maniacs. Hands it off to Naranjo. Naranjo left side, guarded by Trace Wicks. He's going to go to the free throw line. Wicks almost pokes it out from behind. Orofino able to keep control. Going to get a three-point shot on the way. It is no good. The rebound goes to Orofino. Another three-pointer on the way. It is no good. Rebound this time to Badgett. And Lumberjacks get it out. Trace Wicks to Carson Wicks from the free throw line. Wicks' three is a little bit long. Going to give Wicks the rebound. He tried again for the shot. The rebound actually went to Orofino, but Orofino handed it right to Carson, and the shot was no good. And the buzzer will sound for the final play here of the night. 53-38, Lumberjacks come away with the victory. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and wrap things up.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch. Breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. Brent's Electric is a family-owned and operated business right here in St. Mary's. With 36 years of electrical experience, Brent's Electric has been serving all of North Idaho since 1996. From new construction to renovation, Brent's Electric can help. Give them a call today at 208-245-5725. That's 208-245-5725. Brent's Electric in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
The St. Mary's Lumberjack Booster Club is asking for your help. The Booster Club continues to provide needed sports equipment for the St. Mary's High School sports programs. But what they have planned next is big. The Booster Club is in the process of building a new sports complex on land next to the high school parking lot. This new sports complex will include a baseball field, softball field, and soccer field. The fields will be built according to professionally engineered plans and will be ADA compliant, so all Lumberjack fans can enjoy the games. The Booster Club thanks the community for their support throughout the years. With your support, Phase 1 will begin this summer. If you are interested in donating to the new sports complex project, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-668-0288 for details. Let's all come together and get this new complex built for the student body and the community.
And we are back to wrap things up here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. In the second half, Orofino had 9 points in the third, 8 points in the fourth. St. Mary's had 20 points in the third, 4 points in the fourth, and that's how we get to our 53-38 final in favor of the Lumberjacks as they improve to 17-1 on the season, 4-0 in league play. The Maniacs, they shot 30% from the field, 26% from three-point range, 41% from the free throw line. The Lumberjacks, 36% from the field, 21% from the three-point range, and 71% from the charity stripe. 43 rebounds for St. Mary's, 20 offensive, 23 defensive. The Maniacs had 25 rebounds, 10 offensive, 15 defensive. 6 assists for Orofino, 10 assists for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's had 14 steals, Orofino with 1. 20 turnovers for the Maniacs, 15 turnovers for the Lumberjacks. Points off the bench, 14 for St. Mary's, 15 for Orofino. St. Mary's with 4 second chance points and 19 points off turnovers. The Maniacs had 0 second chance points, 2 points off turnovers. Individually for Orofino, Slade Snedden led the team with 12 points. Off the bench, it was Joel Scott, second leading scorer with 9 points. Joe Sperano finishes with 6. 4 points for Silas Naranjo off the bench, 2 points for Reed Thomas, 2 points for Cameron Mell off the bench, and 1 point for Nick Graham. For the Lumberjacks, 2 players in double digits. Coleman Ross finishes with 15 points. He had a great game. He had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 2 block shots. Rhett Stansel finishes with 14 points. He had 1 rebound, 1 steal. 6 points for Eli Gibson with 6 rebounds and 3 assists. 4 points for Tristan Gentry, who had 9 rebounds. 4 points for Randy Bechtel, who had 4 rebounds. 4 points for Justin Ledbetter, who had 3 rebounds and 2 steals. McMaster finishes with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Grayson Sands with 2 points. Sands also had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. And 2 points for Jared Badgett. Coming up schedule for the Lumberjacks. Tomorrow, the boys will be at Timberlake, JV and varsity, 1 p.m. and 30. We do plan on being there for the varsity game. On Tuesday, the Lumberjack boys varsity will host Genesis Prep, 6 p.m. for senior night. That is only a varsity game. And then on Saturday, it will be a CIL Wrestling District Tournament here in St. Mary's. That's on the 20th at Lumberjack Gymnasium. That will begin at 10 a.m. And also on the 20th, good luck to the cheerleaders. They will be at the Timberlake Invite at Timberlake at 10 a.m. Once again, the Lumberjack varsity boys come away with a win tonight, 53-38, and only a couple games remain in the regular season. We hope you enjoyed the games, and we will see you back here next time.